into a complete season. South Carolina State also were 8 and 9 win teams in those 2 years, 2014 and 2013. You were going to say something?
Just trying to find something that's going to sway me one way or the other. The one thing that you cannot predict when you do these things is turnovers. North Carolina A&T is number 2 in turnover margin in the conference. South Carolina State is number 5. With A&T at a +7, South Carolina State at a +3. Something else to keep in mind: A&T leads the conference in time of possession at almost 32 minutes per game. South Carolina State is at 29 minutes per game. Here's one other one, Brian, and I had to dig deep to get these. Red zone, Brian. A&T is 25 of 28 this year in the red zone, scoring 9 touchdowns and 10 field goals. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Scoring 15 touchdowns and 10 field goals. South Carolina State is 19 of 27 in the red zone, scoring 14 touchdowns and 5 field goals.
All right, let's get to prediction time here. Again, the Versus Sports Simulator says A&T 32, South Carolina State 23. I think that's high. I think, that's it's hard to bet against the computer when there's a 73% win probability, and they've been hitting correctly at about 78% of the time. That's pretty impressive. On survival alone, bread and water, no extra amenities, North Carolina A&T finds a way to win. I'm going to go with the Aggies. I'm going to go with the Aggies on the road. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with the Aggies on the road.
Brian, I think we have gone a perfect 7 for 7.
Ridiculous.
And I am also going with the Aggies in this game, and I think it's going to come down to a late turnover. They're going to generate a late turnover. That's going to be the difference in the game.
It's funny you mentioned turnovers because I think that's the one thing that South Carolina State has been able to do really well. They had a pick six against Florida A&M. They had a pick six against Bethune. I know I'm not going to change my pick, but I am going to say if the game is going to swing, it's going to be because of a mistake made by who? North Carolina A&T that gives South Carolina State maybe a scoop and score or a pick six. Something like that's going to happen that could possibly flip this game over South Carolina State's side, but I'm going to roll with the Aggies. I think I will. I'm going to roll with the Aggies.
It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
From the Fall Airs arrived here to the First Coast, a chilly evening For college football, here a rare Friday affair for the Tigers of Edward Waters College as they get set to take on what's been the class of the SIAC and really been the class of Division II football for a number of years. That, of course, being the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University. Alongside our broadcast partner, Brian Fulford, I'm Joshua Jackson. Brian, Edward Waters coming in 1-7 off their tough loss last week on the road against Kentucky State, 12-0. And the game was very sloppy on both sides for both teams. Looking at Tuskegee, this is a ball club. Granted, they're 4-4 on the year, but there's a team that does run the ball very, very well. That's been the Achilles heel for EWC this year, is being able to stop the run.
Yeah, definitely, Josh. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And I'll tell you what, this is a Tuskegee team that has found themselves. They were in a stretch where they had lost 3 games in a row and wasn't quite sure whether what their identity was, to be honest with you. And then all of a sudden, they've won 3 games in a row. And I'll tell you, in winning those 3 games in a row, the defense is what they keep. They've held each of the last 3 opponents to 10 points. And because of that defense and the effort, the 3 wins in a row, they have found themselves on a hot streak, and they are right back in the mix in the SIAC in contention to play in the SIAC championship.
Yeah, for EWC, conversely, it's a situation where this young team has got to find a way to man up. This is a team in Tuskegee, again, that's been one of the linchpin programs in the SIAC and really in Division II under head coach Willie Slater in his 14th season at the helm of the Golden Tiger football program. This would be a huge win for this young program for EWC if they're able to find a way to get this victory here at home.
Yeah, definitely. You said last week was a little bit sloppy. I'll look at it and say it was a great defensive game. They only gave up 12 points, 6 in the second quarter, 6 in the third. Let's see if they can do that again tonight.
Here's Angel Sevier's kick. It is high and end over, and it's going to be a short kick, and it will be taken around the 14-yard line. Then across the 15, going over to the far side, across the 20 to the 25, finds a bit of a seam, still on his feet to 30, across the 30, and finally tackled at around the 31-yard line. It's on the return for the Golden Tigers with Stephen Hodges, the 6'1", 175-pound junior out of Montgomery, Alabama. And the Golden Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Ahmad Daramis is the starting quarterback for the Golden Tigers according to the depth chart. He, so far through 8 games, 59 of 122 passing, 706 yards. He's averaging 88.2 yards passing per contest, 2 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. As the Golden Tigers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. They'll line up in the pistol formation here to start things off. Will take the snap, back to pass, looking, throwing, far side, wide open at the 35, back inside, makes a move back to the outside to the 40, 45, is going to have the first down in Edward Waters territory, as they'll they'll mark it at midfield. And now Stephen Hodges again on the reception, and he'll move the chains on the first play of the game for a first down.
And Daramis being a left-handed quarterback, always interesting to see how that affects the defense in terms of adjusting and how they adjust to, especially trying to get to him in which direction he rolls.
1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers from midfield. This formation again for Daramis. He'll take the snap. Stretch play, handoff to the back, going over the right side. Avoids the defender, gets up to around the 45-yard line. Is on the carry for the Golden Tigers is Tarian Taylor, the 5'7", 180-pound sophomore from Scottsdale, Georgia.
Yeah, Taylor's going to be the go-to back, I imagine. Although they'll use a couple other guys, but it's going to be, Taylor, who's got, 532 yards in the season and 5 touchdowns.
He's averaging 6 yards per carry. He is the sophomore. 2nd and 5 for the Waters 45-yard line. Pistol formation once again for the Golden Tigers. Will take the snap. They'll hand it off again. This is Taylor coming over here to the near side. And is going to get close to the first down. The flag thrown late. Thrown by the head line judge. And we'll see what this call is going to be from this SIAC officiating crew. Larry Neal is our referee this evening. And we'll see. This is going to look like the Golden Tigers are going to be moving back the other way. So this penalty is going to go against Tuskegee, and that's exactly what it is, holding call against the Golden Tigers. So holding call against Tuskegee, backs them up 10 yards, puts them off schedule, puts it back to the 45-yard line of Tuskegee. So 2nd and 15 for the Golden Tigers from the 45-yard line of Tuskegee. In the pistol, once again, they go 4 wide twins on the side of the formation. They'll take the snap. Zone play, handoff to the back. He runs into a couple of orange shirts. And give credit to Jared Wilson on the stop. He had a great game last week up at Kentucky. 11 tackles, 2.5 for loss. And the contest last week against Kentucky State. True freshman from right here in Jacksonville.
And definitely the front four for the Tigers. That's where they're going to have to do another great job today, establishing that line, and especially with a young man who, they're going up against a running back who's averaging 6 yards plus a carry.
Right, third down's been an Achilles heel for EWC defensively all year long. Here's a 3rd and 12. See if they can find a way to get off the field here. They'll take the snap. Duramus is back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. He's going to tuck. He's going to run across the 50. 45. He'll be short of the first down by about 5 or 4 yards. A flag will get thrown late. We'll see what this flag is going to be.
Well, he was, I hope they're not going to call that a targeting of some sort because, the quarterback is running and he actually dove. He didn't slide.
Gary on the tackle for EWC.
James Gary on the stop for Edward Waters. Will wait to get the flag. EWC in the home orange uniforms this evening for the first time this year as this contest is dedicated to the memory of former EWC offensive line coach Glenn Chapman, who passed away this past March during spring drills. So definitely we're missing Coach Chapman, thinking of him every single day. He left a great mark on the EWC football program, and we're wearing orange in his memory. Personal foul penalty.
Oh, wow.
A targeting call against Edward
Goodness.
Waters. And who's this one going to go against? As a player for Edward Waters is going to be ejected from the contest. It's a 15-yard penalty. Unfortunately, we do not have
I was just going to say what you're about to say.
Field mic, so.
Well, I was going to ask to say you don't have the opportunity to replay to question it. Once they call it, there's no, that just. Man.
And that's going to be the end of the night for Cameron McLean.
Wow.
One of the starting safeties for this EWC ball club, 6'2", 195-pounder, the true sophomore from Graceville, Florida, and Graceville High, who's had a great season this year. But his night comes to an end just about 3 minutes into this contest.
And when that happens, there's no questioning it at this level. It is what it is when the officials make the call.
After the penalty, it's 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Takes that handoff to the back, going over the right side. And he'll be hit and stopped at around the 25-yard line. That's Taylor once again on the carry.
I was going to mention, Josh, last week against Kentucky State, EWC held them to 2 of 10 on 3rd downs. Now, I don't know how that necessarily what we just saw happen because they stopped them on 3rd down, but then the penalty gives them the first down. How do you stat that?
So it'll be 2nd down and about 5 from the 24-yard line of Edward Waters. Pistol formation, 3 receivers will take the snap. Fakes the handoff, throws far side. Off the hands of the intended receiver. It falls incomplete. The intended receiver, that being Eric Bright Jr., the 5'10", 223-pound redshirt senior, the transfer from Bethune-Cookman. Guy who's a Florida native out of Madison, Florida.
You think he was looking behind him because there was nobody behind him. He would have got down to at least the 5 before maybe somebody in the orange jersey caught it to him.
3rd and 5 from the 24 of Edward Waters. Pistol formation, 3 receivers set. Duramus will take the snap, hand off to the up back going over the right side. He is going to be hit. Did the ball come out late? No, it didn't. I believe that was a towel that came away, but that was a big hit on the play by the EWC defense. Sid Lewis in on the stop for Edward Waters. It'll be about a yard short.
The ball didn't come loose, but somebody's towel did, man. I tell you, that was a hit.
A huge hit for the senior from Lauderhill, Florida. Piper High School. Here's 4th down and a yard from the 20-yard line. Just away here in Jacksonville. No score.
EWC was 2 of 6 on 4th downs last week.
Keeper for the quarterback, and
I
believe he might have it. Leaned his way across. So Duramus on the keeper. Looks like he might have enough for 1st down.
Davis on the stop.
Big Country's Uriel Davis in on the stop for Edward Waters, but it's going to be a 1st down for Tuskegee. 3rd all-time meeting between the Tigers and Golden Tigers, with Tuskegee holding a 2-0 advantage. Tuskegee, last time they played this game was back in 2002. It's a 71-0 victory for Tuskegee. Pistol formation, 3-receiver set, takes the snap, handoff to Taylor. He is hit in the backfield.
Taylor on
Two
the
Tigers right there.
TJ Gunter as well as Jared Wilson in on the stop. The two freshmen, one from Detroit, one from right here in Jacksonville.
Looks like, I'm sorry, go ahead, Josh.
Tristan TJ Gunter on the stop.
I was going to say tackle for loss. It looks like they only like a 2-yard, but it looked like it was about maybe a 3 or 4 yard loss there.
Loss of 2 on the play, backs it up to the 21-yard line for Tuskegee. Shotgun formation, they go 3 wide. As Taylor will take the snap. Back to pass, flush from the pocket, now rolls over here to the near side, throws, got a man, it is incomplete. Great job of quarterback pressure by the EWC defense again. Cedric Lewis in on the quarterback pressure for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was some great pressure up front, Josh, because I tell you, number 85, Alexander Mitchell, he was flashing across, going from Doremus's right to left, and I believe had the pressure not got there, he would have hit him, and he probably would have got inside the 10. Would have probably picked up the first down on that.
3rd and 12 now for the Golden Tigers from the 21-yard line of Edward Waters. 9:52 left to go here, first quarter. No score. Can the Tigers get off the field here on 3rd down? They'll stay in the pistol. They go 3 wide. Doremus takes the snap. Draw play, handoff to the back. Tigers have got that one strung out. He gets tackled at around the 15-yard line. Taylor on the carry.
That was a nice cut there. Nice cut on that run there by Taylor.
Cedric Lewis in on the stop for Edward Waters, and looks like Willie Slater is going to settle for a field goal attempt.
Another 3rd down stop for the Tigers. Now I'm seeing Doremus is in as the holder, so it's something that you always have to be prepared for, the special teams unit.
Arnett Huskick, a Jacksonville native from Inglewood High School here in Jacksonville, on to attempt what would be a 32-yard field goal attempt. Here's the snap, the placement, the kick. It is up, it is on the way, and it is good. So the Golden Tigers take the early lead. 9:04 to go first quarter. Tuskegee 3. And Edward Waters nothing. We'll take a break. Come back with more Tiger football after this here on the Black College Sports Network.
Box to Press Row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donald Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as,
let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donald Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports.
The Jacksonville native Arnett Huskick attempts the field goal. It is good, and with 9:04 left to go here first quarter, Tuskegee takes the 3-0 lead. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you from the Shipyard at First Coast High School here in Jacksonville, Florida. Brian, only 2 more contests that EWC will ever play away from Jacksonville, as work is will be done here shortly on the new $4+ million Nat Glover Community Field and Stadium on the campus of Edward Waters College, something we are extremely excited about, and as we continue to grow this program here in Jacksonville.
Have they already had the groundbreaking ceremony?
Groundbreaking should be happening as soon as the very last practices for EWC football. They will break ground and get things moving here as this kickoff will go out of bounds. It'll be great field position for Edward Waters.
That's got to be exciting. That's got to be exciting, just the thought of that happening.
At halftime, we'll have an in-depth interview with our new director of intercollegiate athletics here at Edward Waters College, Mr. Paul Bryant. An opportunity to talk about all of the great things that are going on in EWC athletics. So the kickoff goes out of bounds. EWC will have great field position, and the Tigers will scrimmage from the 35-yard line. That is where the Tigers will go 1st and 10. It's been a revolving door at quarterback for Edward Waters all season long. Looks like Rashard Branch is going to get the start once again for the Purple and Orange. The true sophomore from Plantation, Florida, and Plantation High School.
The out-of-bounds kick is legal motion, and the ball will be placed at the 35-yard line.
So far this season in seven contests, he is 63 of 110 passing for 704 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. The true sophomore from South Florida. Line up in the pistol. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Branch will take the snap. Fake the handoff. Branch looking. Branch is going to take a shot. Deep going over the left side. It is incomplete. Tiberius Horn, the intended receiver, he went inside. The ball went outside. It falls incomplete. Brings up second down and 10 for Edward Waters.
Yeah, for a second I saw a receiver flashing across in the middle of the seams, and then all of a sudden the safeties got there, and then I think Branch went to his second read, or might have even been his first initially, and came back, and a little miscommunication there between he and the receiver.
Horn and Beeks will be split out far side to the left. Second and 10 from the 35. Fake a bit of miscommunication as Branch will keep it, and Branch actually gets a decent gain there. A bit of miscommunication as Hugie was going to take that ball. Hugie went the wrong way.
Yep.
Branch gets the president of mind, gets a gain of about 6 yards to make it third down and a manageable 4 after 41.
Branch did the smart thing. He looked left and said, "Oh, nobody's there," and just decided to keep on going. As like you said, Hugie went to the right.
Third down and 4 for the Tigers from the 41-yard line of Edward Waters. We'll take the snap, hand off to Hugie. For Branch. Branch is going to have the first down. So Branch fakes the handoff, keeps it, gets out to the 45-yard line. That'll move the chains for an EWC first down. Rashard Branch on the keeper gets the gain of 5 and the first down for Edward Waters.
That time Hugie went the right way, and Branch decided to keep it. So 2 good runs by Branch.
First and 10 for the Tigers from the 45-yard line. Branch barks out the signals at the line. Don't have the ability or the benefit of play clocks on the field, as the play clocks were damaged in last night's contest for First Coast. So we'll have to rely on the referees going to old school with our play clocks here. Handoff. This is Hugie. Hugie with a bit of a cut. Hugie leans his way to midfield for a gain of 5 yards for the true freshman from Palm Coast.
That was Ricky Norris, Tuskegee's leading tackler, who was right there to make that tackle. He has 53.5 tackles, 11.5 tackles for loss on the year.
Second and 5 for Edward Waters from midfield. Pistol formation, twin receivers split out far side to the left. Will take the snap. Hand off to Hugie. Actually, be keeper for Branch again. Branch is going to be hit and introduced in a big way. Big number 44, Chester Hutchinson, the senior from Hoover, Alabama, Spain Park High School. Gets a gain of a yard on the play to make it third down and 4 from the Tuskegee 49-yard line. This game originally scheduled for October 31st last night, but for the past couple of weeks it got moved to tonight due to some scheduling differences between Edward Waters and First Coast High School. But nevertheless, we're set to go with football here on Friday night. A third down and 4 for the Tigers. The ball spotted at the 49-yard line of Tuskegee.
Friday night lights and black college football.
Gotta love it. They'll take the snap. Draw play. Handoff. Hugie hit and stopped at the line. They were not fooled at all.
Oh,
no, the ball come out late. The ball came out and Tuskegee will recover the fumble.
Run and a fumble recovered by Tuskegee.
So Tuskegee recovers the fumble, and the Golden Tigers will have it first and 10 from their own 49-yard line, or maybe right at midfield.
I'm just thinking, Josh. It's like, hey, if you don't get anything, at least you move the ball at least about 15 yards. Punt it, maybe pin them back deep, maybe inside the 20, 15-yard line. But unfortunately, now with the fumble, you set them up right at midfield. Actually, they're going to spot that at the 49, so they start in your own territory.
The Golden Tigers scrimmaging at the Edward Waters 49-yard line. First and 10 from there. They go in the I formation this time. Hand off to the fullback, up the gut. He's got room in further into Tiger territory. A gain of 9, almost 10 on the play. For the fullback on the carry, that being Eric Bright. Bright on the carry. Said Lewis on the stop. A gain of 9 on the play out to the 40-yard line of EWC.
Second down and 1 for Tuskegee.
This young football team, right, for Edward Waters, is having a hard time living in prosperity. That's what happens when you got youth on the ball club.
Yeah.
Second down and a yard from the 40-yard line. Doramus will take the snap. Back to pass. Looking far side, throwing far side. Got a man open, first down and more. And he got to the 25-yard line as on the reception was Peyton Ramsey, the 6'1", 179-pound senior from McCalla, Alabama, and Bessemer Academy. Will take for the Golden Tiger first down. Coaching staff in the far box for EWC begging for a false start. It looks like the running back got started early in the backfield before the snap. But no available to be a first down for Tuskegee. First and 10 for the Golden Tigers from the 25-yard line of Edward Waters. 4:51 left to go, first quarter, 3-0 in favor of Tuskegee. Line up in the eye here. They hand off to the fullback again. That's Bright. Bright gets a gain of about 5-6 pounds. Keep moving. And gain of about 6 yards on the play. No, they're going to back it up to a gain of about 4 on the play. They'll back it up to the 21-yard line. Jalen Thomas in on the stop for Edward Waters.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, the Tigers the front four, that's where this game is going to be decided for them defensively, how you get stops.
Golden Tigers.
2nd and 6 from the 21. Pistol formation once again. Single receivers on the side of the formation. Will take the snap. Durham is back to pass. Looking, throwing, far side, incomplete. Getting up there, nearly bringing that way was Stephen Hodges, but he runs into an EWC defensive back. I believe that was Dante LaCorn. Actually, it was Treon Patrick. Was the defensive back over on that far side. Breaking that one up. Fall incomplete to make it 3rd down and 6.
Patrick did a great job of separating, or at least pushing him out of bounds. And I will say Patrick needs to be careful, though, because he spent a lot of time staring him down, doing a little extra talking at the end of that play.
3rd and 6 from the 21-yard line. I formation for the Golden Tigers. They'll take the snap. Hand off to the back, coming over here to the near side. Tigers have them hemmed in. They are going to bring it down for a gain of a yard on the play. Great job again on the stop. That's Jaron Wilson again on the stop. Gain of a yard on the play. And now goes to 4th down and 5. And will they bring the field goal unit on again? That's exactly what they do. So back-to-back stops there for the EWC defense.
Another successful 3rd down stop for the Tigers defensively. That's a 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
Something you can build upon for EWC. Arnez Huskick comes on for the extra point, the Jacksonville native. This one will be a 37-yard field goal attempt from the near side left hash. He connected earlier from 32 to make this a 6-point ball game here in favor of the visitors. Snap, placement, kick. It is up. It is on the way. And he got it. 3:20 left to go, first quarter. Tuskegee 6, Edward Waters nothing. We'll take another break. Back with more football after this here on the Black College Sports Network.
I've been waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I know there's more.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
On fantastic seasons.
Back here in Jacksonville. 6-0 our score in favor of Tuskegee. 2 field goals for Arnez Huskick, scoring for the Golden Tigers, the Jacksonville native from Inglewood High School here in Jacksonville. So Huskick comes on to put total over here for the Golden Tigers, and of course, old reliable Kennard Boogie Mahone. Back to field this one for Edward Waters.
Mahone back to receive for Edward Waters.
Here's Huskick's kick. It's high, tailing toward the
Again?
front side, and again, you wonder is that intentional?
Really? You think that's intentional?
You wonder. This is twice, and you know how great of a return Boogie can be. So you're wondering are they thinking maybe, to discretion being the better part of that one?
Well, let me see it one more time. If I see it one more time, I will 100% agree with you. It does seem kind of odd that it happened twice in a row, though. Like, maybe you're right. I don't know.
Well, first and 10 for
I was going to say, look, the hometown kid has come home, put 6 points on the board. He said, here, I'm going to help you out by kicking it out of bounds twice.
First and 10 for Edward Waters from the 35-yard line. And actually, keeper throws over the middle. Pass is complete. Quinlan Bisbee out to the 40-yard line. They fake the handoff, found the freshman from Episcopal High School here in Jacksonville. Down the seam, it'll move the chains for a big time first down.
That was a beautiful play, and Branch held that handoff just long enough to keep the linebackers from picking up the tight end who was coming down the seam. That was a great decision by Branch.
First and 10 for Edward Waters at the 40-yard line of Tuskegee. Pistol formation again for Edward Waters. They will hand off to Hugie this time. Hugie tackled around the scruff of his neck.
Hugie on the run for the
looked like Tavares Thomas, number 12 there.
To about the 38-yard line, tackled by Brandon Hollins of Tuskegee.
Check that Brandon Hollins in all the tackle. The defensive lineman, 6'2", 225 out of Atlanta. Transfer from William Penn University in on the stop. So a gain of about 2, almost 3 on the play. Second down, we'll call it about 7 as they'll move the ball up to the 38-yard line of the Golden Tigers. 2:22 left to go first quarter, 6-0 in favor of the visitors from Tuskegee, Alabama. Pistol formation again for Edward Waters. Hand off to Hugie, looking for a hole, goes over the left side. Brings a couple of Golden Tigers with them inside the 35 and down to the 33.
Hugie on the carry for Edward Waters.
That was a good strong run right there because that hole, a little bit of a hole was there. It looked like it closed up real quick.
Gain a few on the play, third down and about 3. Ball will be spotted inside the 35 to the 33-yard line of the Golden Tigers.
Be interesting to see if this is a 2-down position for the offense given where they're at on the field.
Shotgun formation, they go 3 wide again. Hugie to the backside, guard right. Takes the snap. Be a keeper for Branch. Branch is going to tuck and run. Branch spins. Branch is going to be close to a first down. They'll mark him at the 30. He gets just enough for a Tiger first down. The drive stays alive for EWC.
I'm surprised he didn't stay behind Hugie there. Even I think he wanted to make something more, but if he would kind of stay behind Hugie, he might have snuck off of Hugie's right side and could have got almost to about the 26, 27-yard line maybe. But he went left and right into the arms of a defender.
First and 10 for Edward Waters at the 30-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Pistol formation. They go 3 wide this time. Hugie right behind Branch. Take the snap. Hand off to Ebby Keeper. Throws over the middle. Incomplete. Pass throwing over the middle. Falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Well, that was a hit right there by Brandon Roberts, the defensive back. My goodness.
Derek Davis, the intended receiver for EWC. Davis, the sophomore from Miami, the transfer from Johnson C. Smith. The intended receiver falls incomplete, brings up second down and 10. The clock stops, 58 seconds left to go here in this first quarter.
Second and 10 for first down.
Second and 10 from the 30-yard line of the Golden Tigers. A matchup of Tigers here. Back for EWC coming up here.
Tigers all over the landscape of college football. Black college football, at least.
Shotgun formation split backs to either side of Branch as we have a stop play. A timeout taken by Edward Waters. Timeout taken by Edward Waters. We'll go ahead and do the same. 58 seconds left to go. First quarter, Tuskegee 6. Edward Waters nothing. We'll take a break. Come back with more Tiger football. This here on the Black College Sports Network.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions.
58 seconds left to go here, first quarter from Jacksonville. 6-0 in favor of Tuskegee. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you another broadcast of Edward Waters College Football here on the Black College Sports Network. Certainly glad that you are deciding to spend your Friday evening here with us. Great HBCU football.
Want to give a quick shout out to Miss Delilah Fuentes for checking us out, streaming us, watching us online.
Pistol formation. 2 receivers set. Takes the snap. Back to pass as Branch throws over the middle. It is incomplete.
Oh, he put his hands on it. You got to catch that.
That was Beeks, the intended receiver for Edward Waters, the normally sure-handed senior from Jacksonville. The pass falls incomplete.
Catch the ball with your hands, not your body, young receivers. I wasn't blessed enough to be a receiver, but that I know.
Neither was I.
That I know. Catch it with your hands, not with your body. Had enough experienced men who have played the wide receiver position say that for enough years to know it is true.
It's Carl Matthews with the pass breakup there for the big hit there for Tuskegee. Here's 3rd and 10 for Edward Waters from the 30 of the Golden Tigers. Matthew Wilkerson in the game. He's in at tight end. He'll take the snap. Hand off to Hugie. Hugie runs into a white wall, gets a gain of maybe 3 yards on the play. Decision time for head coach Greg Ruffin and the Tigers of EWC.
I'll be in 4-down territory here. I don't see the field goal kicker coming out. I think they're gonna.
May very well be.
And I don't think that's a bad decision. It's still early. I mean, worst case here, barring something catastrophic. Won't say it. Won't speak it. But you know what I'm saying? This is an opportunity where you got to pick up what looks like about 6 yards. Or are they going to let this go down to the end of the quarter, though? Is the question.
Looks like this might be a situation where either they wait and take it down to the quarter, or do they call a timeout?
Oh, I hope they wouldn't burn a timeout for that.
Looks like that we have reached the end of the first quarter here from Jacksonville. So through 1 here in the 904, Tuskegee 6, Edward Waters nothing. We'll take a break, come back with second quarter action after this here on the Black College Sports Network.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant-quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
Let's face it, shopping for insurance can be time-consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto, home, and life insurance needs, make things simple and trust the experts at Allstate. They will help you get the coverage that fits your needs while helping you bundle your life, home, and auto policies. Bundling saves you money, sure, but it also saves you time, so you can enjoy the things that matter most even more. Contact me, Tammy Haynes, your local agent, for a free personalized insurance quote. Allstate, are you in good hands?
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine.
Back here in Jacksonville, looks like Edward Waters is going to attempt a field goal as Angel Sevier will come on to attempt a field goal. This will be a 44-yard field goal attempt. Trying to put the Tigers on the board. 44 yards here, which would be a season long here for the junior from Killeen, Texas. Snap, placement, kick is up on the way, has the distance. And the accuracy, it's good. Angel Sevier connects.
You know, you wonder if now I don't know what the wind situation, doesn't look like it's that windy outside, Josh, but I wonder if during the timeout, Coach Ruffin kind of had a change of heart, or maybe Sevier went to Coach and said, Coach, I can make this, give me a shot. Either way, hey, it's good to have some points on the board in this type of ballgame.
So Angel Sevier puts the Tigers on the board with 14:53 left to go first quarter. Now 6-3 in favor of Tuskegee.
Volleyball team will have their final regular season match on Saturday, November 9th at 1 p.m. and they will host GCAC rival Talladega College at the Adams Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex.
So EWC, again, as we spoke a few moments ago, Edward Waters is going to be playing Tigers in back-to-back seasons. Golden Tigers tonight, and the rivalry gets renewed, the rivalry of I-95 next week in the final home contest for Edward Waters in the 2019 season. As we'll welcome Sean Quinn and the SIAC East leading Tigers of Savannah State University. Kickoff will be at 3 o'clock p.m. It's senior day for Edward Waters, so they want to have everyone come out. Wish our seniors the best of luck and give them encouragement as they have had a great 4 years. Edward Waters in Savannah State next week here in Jacksonville. Sevier's kick high, very high. Be taken at the 21-yard line. Going over to the far side now, trying to turn the corner. Tiger might have that one strung out, but he beats the edge and finally goes out of bounds. It's a nice return there for the Golden Tigers. DeVarence Valsine on the return. He's a Florida guy. Lauderdale Lakes, Florida native.
DeVarence Valsine for
Transfer from ASA Miami Junior College. On the return there for the Golden Tigers. So we might have some, actually no penalty on the play. Actually they'll spot it at the 33-yard line. That is where the Golden Tigers will take up shop 1st and 10. Back-to-back stops for Edward Waters, forcing field goals. We'll see what happens for the Tiger defense on this drive. Snap, handoff to the back. A is going to be hit submarine down around the 35-yard line. It was Taylor on the carry. He'll get up to the market at the 37. Jalen Thomas, the sophomore from the Orlando area, in on the stop for EWC.
All across the 35 to about the 36-yard line.
Here's second down in about 6 from the 37 of Tuskegee. Pistol formation this time here for the Golden Tigers. Back to pass, looking, throwing. Here's like a man wide open and just missed him. Actually, not even say just missed him. He absolutely missed him. He had DeVarence Valsine wide open and completely overthrew that ball.
Well, let's give some credit to the defensive line. The EWC's defensive line did a good job of sort of getting into Ramus's vision there. And that is why I think he saw him flash open, or he knew he was going to be in that area, but that's also probably why that ball sailed out of bounds. So that's a big break there for the Tigers.
Defensively, if you're Edward Waters, you got to put that play in your back pocket, because I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see that later on in this contest.
You're right.
Third down and about 6 now from the 37-yard line. Pistol formation, 3-receiver set. Tigers want to show blitz. They don't. They'll take the snap. Back pass looking for a man wide and open. Near side pass is complete as Valsine on the reception. Nice job of climbing the ladder. Jalen Thomas makes the stop, but not enough for a first. Not enough before a first down is achieved for Tuskegee.
And you know, he ran that route. The receiver ran that route right to the spot. He knew where he had to get it. He was actually 2 yards past the first down marker. You know, and when your DBs are given that much room, you know, the DBs either need to close or they need to make some adjustments, I would think, on the amount of space. I mean, they're giving up about five yards.
1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers at the 45. Hand IP keeper throwing far side. Man, incomplete. That's Valsine again, the intended receiver. When play action found, Valsine on the far side. Falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
Second down.
Derek Nicholson in on the stop for EWC, the sophomore from Miami. On the coverage there for Edward Waters. 2nd and 10 now for the Golden Tigers from the 45-yard line of Tuskegee. 13:29 remaining here in this second quarter. In a 6-3 ball game. Ramus in the gun, split backs to either side of him. They'll take the snap. They'll hand off to the back, trying to turn the corner on the far side. Does he get the edge? He does, but gets a gain of about 4 yards, 4 or 5 yards on the carry. As on the carry, there is Kenny Gant. Kenny Gant on the carry, the 6-foot, 186-pound senior from Tampa, and a Bethune-Cookman transfer.
Nicholson on the tackle for Edward Waters.
Here's 3rd down and 4 here for Tuskegee, at the Edward Waters 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line in EWC territory.
Pistol formation. Single receivers to either side of the formation. Takes the snap. Back pass to Ramus throwing. Near side pass is complete. And lost the football late. The Tigers going to pick this one up.
Are they going to say
EWC has got a fumble recovery. They're going to give it to him.
Wow.
Treon Patrick with the fumble recovery for Edward Waters, the transfer from Alcorn State.
I wasn't sure if he had made a quote-unquote football move, but I guess he had held that ball long enough in his hands for that to actually count as a fumble.
Treon Patrick with the fumble recovery, and Edward Waters will take a shot at the 49-yard line of EWC. That's much needed there for Edward Waters. So 1st and 10 now for Edward Waters after the penalty. We'll see what happens here on the sudden change. Branch will work from the gun. 2 receivers near side to the left. That is Tiberius Horn and David Beeks. Split backs to either side of Horn. Takes the snap. They'll hand it off to Hugie. He's got a hole. Hugie 40. Hugie lowers the shoulder. He'll be pushed back, but nevertheless, he gets a gain of about 14 on the play and a first down for Edward Waters.
Brandon Roberts is who he ran into, and Brandon Roberts, I mean, that was a old school Oklahoma drill right there. Brandon Roberts was not giving up any ground to Hugie on that one. Some DBs might have got ran over, Josh, but not Mr. Roberts. Good run by Hugie, though.
1st and 10 for Edward Waters at the 36-yard line of Tuskegee. They'll line up in the pistol this time. Twin receivers near side to the left. They'll take the snap. They'll hand it off to Hugie. That should be a keeper for Branch. Branch comes over here to the near side left. Gets a gain of about 3 yards there.
Branch on the keeper for Edward Waters.
Now, EWC.
When you see a play like that, Josh, going back to Hugie's run, would you advise Hugie, say, next time, good run, but hey, next time, maybe put a little move on him, a little spin move, instead of just trying to take on the DB and try to run him over.
Admire the heart from the young man, but hey, discretion being the better part of valor. Make a move. You're probably quicker than the young man, so hey, you've been able to use your quickness all year long.
Yeah.
Game 3 on the play for Branch. 2nd and 7 from the 33. They line up in the pistol again. Twin receivers over here to the near side left. Branch and the Tigers are set. We'll take a snap. And actually a keeper, actually a handoff to Hagan, and Hagan up the gut. Look at Hagan. Jared Hagan gets the gain. Gets it inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. Check that was Terrence Crittenden on the carry.
Yeah, Crittenden did a good job. He kept his feet moving. The old school Le'Veon Bell there. He kind of kept his feet moving as he hit the line of scrimmage, and then I don't know whether the Tuskegee defenders thought that he actually had made the tackle, but all of a sudden he just broke out to the right and then up the field. So great run.
Terrence Crittenden, the sophomore from Miami, out of Monsignor Pace. The first down for EWC at the 22-yard line. Takes the snap. Handoff. Hugie coming over here to the near side left. He'll get to the 20-yard line for a gain of a couple for the true freshman. Tigers approaching the Wingstop red zone.
Golden Tigers on the tackle.
As we have a stop and play. A referee's timeout. And there's a timeout on the field for an injury. There is an injured Golden Tiger at around the 20-yard line. So while they attend to him, we'll go ahead and we'll take a timeout. 10:31 left to go. Second quarter. It is Tuskegee 6, Edward Waters 3. We'll take a break, come back with more Tiger football after this on the Black College Sports Network.
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership.
When Darius Coles, the injured Golden Tiger, walks off the field under his own power, the 6'4", 250-pound senior, the transfer from Murray State, was the injured Golden Tiger on the play. It'll be second down and about 8 for Edward Waters from the 20-yard line of Tuskegee. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Throwing. It is incomplete. Over the head of anyone on that play. Falls incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 10 here for Edward Waters.
That was a dangerous throw there.
And for a football team that's had a hard time hanging on to the football, you can't give anyone anything. That was a very dangerous throw.
Yeah, even though he had a receiver there, right in the middle of that zone, and it just the ball sailed. I don't think he maybe had enough confidence that he could make that throw, but still, I don't know if you want to, with that many white jerseys behind your receiver, I don't know if you want to make that throw.
It's 3rd down and 8 from the 20. Pistol formation. 3 receivers at tight end wing to the left. Takes the snap. Hand off to the back, trying to turn the corner on the right side. Gets close to a first down. Will be a yard short of it. Spencer Carter on the carry for EWC. Be 4th down and we'll call it 2 from the 14.
I would kick it. I wouldn't.
Yeah, here comes Sevier.
Yeah.
Here comes Sevier on to try to tie this contest. He connected earlier from 44. This one here will be 31 yards from the far side right hash to try to tie the contest here. Snap, placement, kick, it is up, it's on the way, and it is good. We're tied here in Jacksonville. 9:03 left to go here. First half, Tuskegee 6, Edward Waters 6. We'll take a break, come back with more Tiger football after this. You're on the Black College Sports Network.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCU for these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. Okay? That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I...
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one.
Back in Jacksonville, a 6-6 ball game. As Angel Sevier connects on a 31-yard field goal attempt a few moments ago to tie the contest here at 6. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you. Another broadcast of Edward Waters College football here on the Black College Sports Network. Sevier approaches the ball. Here is his kick. High and end over end. It will be taken at around the 18-yard line. Cross the 25, far side, 20, 25, 30, 35 to the 40, 45, still on his feet, 50, 45, 40, 35, lost the football late, goes out of bounds. But the Golden Tigers have great field position deep in Edward Waters territory. They'll mark this football at around the 31-yard line of Edward Waters. It's a great return there for Tuskegee.
The speed, I mean, my goodness, when he broke through the that little crowd there on the left, I mean, you just watch him from this distance going up the sideline, and he had a nice little wall of teammates in front of him.
Is there a flag on the play?
Yeah, they brought it back.
Oh, they're going to say maybe he stepped out of bounds. Oh, wow. That's a huge break for Edward Waters.
Big break.
They'll mark it at the 48-yard line of Tuskegee. So instead of being at around the 31, they mark it all the way back to the 48 of the Golden Tigers. 8:51 to go here until halftime. A 6-6 ball game. Pistol formation. 3 receiver set. Takes this a high snap. Looking, throwing over the middle. It is incomplete, and Boogie Mahone had a chance to nearly take that one away for Edward Waters.
I wonder if he saw the ball. Because that ball, I don't think he could really see. I don't know. I'm up here and he's down there, but obviously, I mean, by looking at the motion, that looked like it could have been an interception.
Jamarcus Ezel in the game at quarterback for the Golden Tigers. Ezel, the 6-foot, 185-pound redshirt junior from Demopolis, Alabama. And quarterback for the Golden Tigers. We'll get you his numbers here in a few moments. 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Pistol formation here for the Golden Tigers. They'll take the snap. Keeper for Ezel, turning the corner left side. He'll go out of bounds in Tiger territory inside the 50-yard line. They'll mark him out at around the 47-yard line. Marcus Ezell through 6 games this season, 37 of 67 passing, 418 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's averaging 69.7 yards per contest passing. Big third down here for the EWC defense. 3rd and 5 from the Edward Waters 47. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set. He'll take the snap. Ezell looking, flush. Ezell's going to be hit. Ezell's going to throw this away. Great quarterback pressure by James Gary. Well, they're going to call it. They're going to try to.
They should. That ball did not get past the line of scrimmage, and he was in the box.
Yeah.
That should be an intentional grounding. Should be. Let's see.
The head linesman coming on. And I don't see a flag thrown.
Oh, wow. Because that, unless I'm wrong with where the original line of scrimmage is, and maybe it just got there.
So I'll say no intentional grounding. Pass will be incomplete. But another stop here for this Edward Waters defense.
Another 3rd down stop for that EWC defense. Man, they're getting it done today. Getting it done on 3rd down.
Ryan Duff on to punt here for the Golden Tigers. Kennard Mahone back to field this one for EWC. Takes the snap. Here is the punt. It's a solid one. Boogie will make the catch at the 5. Looks for a hole, goes forward. He'll be tackled inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
You got to let that go. I mean, what's the old rule? Put your heels on the 10.
Yeah.
And he's hanging out somewhere at about the 7, 5. You know, if he let that go, maybe it squirts into the end zone.
That's one of the things you've got to know there as a senior.
And always the dangerous thing, though, you got to think, Josh, when it's just him. He's trying to make a move, and you got 6 white jerseys coming at you. So all it takes is one guy to get a nice little punch, and all of a sudden, boom, you committed a turnover down there, or at least take the fair catch, if nothing else.
Not sure what the stop is here on the field. Looks like all hearts and minds are settled, and here comes the EWC offense. Tigers have to go the long way here. 1st and 10 for the Tigers from their own 8-yard line. Got to protect the football here this deep in your own part of the field. Pistol formation again here for Branch. He'll take the snap. Hands off to Hugie, and Hugie will go forward, gets across the 10 out to the 12-yard line for a gain of 4.
I think a couple of first downs in this position, given the fact that you're starting inside of the 10, a couple of first downs will go a long way into making a positive drive happen, I think. At least it'll get you out of, that area inside the 20-25, where if you do have to punt, you don't want to give them the ball square right up, at midfield.
2nd and 6 from the 12. They'll stay in the pistol. They go 3 wide this time. Tight end wing to the left. He'll take the snap. Back to passes Branch. Branch looking. Branch is going to take a shot. Far side. Ball is going to be caught.
Back to it.
Great job of coming back and making the catch by Tiberius Horn. And he gets out to the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for a Tiger first down. Move those chains.
I wonder if the Tuskegee defenders knew that ball was really floating like a duck in the air, because that ball hung in the air like a punt almost. And maybe they thought that their front four had gotten the sack. And then all of a sudden you see, guys had kind of stopped moving. Great heads-up play.
1st and 10 for Edward Waters from the 35-yard line now. Stay in the pistol. They go 3 wide. Wilkinson in the slot near side to the right. He'll take the snap. Handoff to Hugie. Trying to put the right side. Stays on his feet. Nice job there. Lost his footing a bit. Stayed on his feet. Got across the 40 now to around the 41, 42-yard line.
I was thinking, Josh, I would say when you get 20, 30 yards away from your own end zone, you kind of maybe have a change in play calling. But then I realized the play that was just called, it was like, well, maybe that doesn't apply here.
Here's 2nd and 4 now for Edward Waters out to the 41-yard line. Clock runs with 6:12 left to go here until halftime in a 6-6 ball game. Pistol formation here for EWC. Twin receivers near side left, single far side to the right. I'll take the snap. Keeper for Branch. Branch coming up here to the near side right. Branch is going to go down a yard short of the first down, getting out to the 44-yard line.
Talk about number 12, DeMorris Thomas for Tuskegee.
See a lot more running here for Branch as we've seen in any part of the contest here. That's one of the season, I should say, and it's one of the things that the coaches wanted to talk about here with Branch. You had a great running back there in Hugie, but Branch, trust yourself, trust your legs. If something is there, if you see it there, take it and see if you can get something going.
Overall, I just see him playing with a lot more confidence than I think I've seen all season, maybe with the exception of the Allen game. And probably give some credit to the offensive line. They're pretty much giving him a clean pocket. I mean, obviously the previous play, a couple plays ago, being an exception.
3rd and a yard from the 44. Branch in the gun. Split back side to side, and he'll take the snap. Keeper for Branch. Branch coming near side. Branch is going to be close. If he got to the 45, it'll be a first down. A bit of fisticuffs there as it looked like the Tuskegee defender there, Ken Hite Jr., threw a punch. But nevertheless, it will be a first down achieved for EWC.
Yeah, I was that particular official who came in and broke up that little whatever that was.
Yeah.
And I was watching where he was trying to spot the ball, and I was just wondering, I was saying, if he doesn't get to where the spot was, who knows what the other line judge on the other side of the field might see. But hey, first down all the same.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 45-yard line of EWC. Clock runs with 4:43 left to go here until halftime. 6-6 ball game. Pistol formation, they go 4 wide this time. Twin stack to either side of the formation. Screen near side, pass is complete. Tiberius Horn gets inside, takes a big hit there. It's a gain of about 4 yards on the play.
Carl Matthews.
Chester Hudson on the tackle for Tuskegee.
Makes a huge hit on the play.
To about the 48-yard line.
2nd down, actually we'll call it out 7 out to the 48-yard line.
2nd down and 7 for Edward Waters for first.
Same formation. Twin stack to either side, running back sidecar to the right of Branch. Now Branch stops, change the protection at the line, change the formation. Set to go here. Hugie, some confusion there in the backfield. Tigers have got to hurry here. Branch will take the snap. Back to pass, looking, throwing over the middle. It's incomplete. Derek Davis with an opportunity to catch that football. It falls incomplete.
And he had Hugie in the flat, wide open. Now, I know, obviously, the first read is probably downfield, but if he had seen Hugie and had he thrown it to Hugie, it was him versus a DB. And he could have at least gotten to the 50 and maybe have put a move and put the DB on skates. Who knows what would have happened on that play.
3rd down and 7 from the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation for Branch. 4 wide. Hugie the backside, Carl left of Branch. Golden Tigers rushing 4. We'll take the snap. Back to passes. Branch looking, sets the screen over the middle pass. Complete. Tiberius Horn to the 50. Back inside. Horn will be cut down. About 3 yards short of the first down, out to the 48-yard line, and decision time again for head coach Greg Ruffin. The play field position, punt him. Ball, yep.
Yeah, I would punt it. Hey, look, again, think about where this drive start, inside of the 10, right?
At the 8.
At the 8, you got a big break on about a 20, 30-yard pass play. You got the midfield. That's a winning drive, in my opinion, because, look, in a tie ball game, coming up on 3 minutes left and a half, you got an opportunity to pin them in, possibly inside of the 20, 15-yard line, and play defense.
And the way your defense is playing, you kind of got to like your chances.
Yes, indeed.
Sevier on the punt for the first time here this evening. Here is the snap. Here is his punt, but there are flags on play.
Yeah, they're going to say false. Yeah, false. Somebody moved.
Dead ball, false start against Edward Waters. Cost him 5.
Against Edward Waters' false start.
So we'll do it again. $2:46 left to go until halftime. 6-6 ball game here in Jacksonville. The second to last home contest of the season for Edward Waters.
Bedway back for Tuskegee return punt.
Here is the snap. Sevier's punt. Solid punt. High hanging. Beautiful punt. It'll check up. It'll take a left-hand turn.
Yeah.
Be down at the 19-yard line. That's all you can ask for.
And then we got a flag. And then we've got a player with a helmet off. Let's see what happened. Let's see, it's very important to get some
now
control
another flag
here.
is thrown.
Yep, that was going to be for the push. So let's see why the helmet came off. That's the first thing. I see a player, number 22, with his helmet off.
So we'll see what this flag is going to be is.
Oh, if you're, the guy at EWC definitely needs to make sure that nobody made a dumb penalty, because you don't want to give Tuskegee more yards right now.
So a couple flags on this play. It's going to be a lot to sort out here for referee Larry Neal of the SIAC.
Yeah. And if you're Tuskegee, you're hoping, hey, I hope we didn't make the dumb penalty, because that's just going to back us up even further and make it that much tougher for us to get a score here with 2:25 remaining in the half. What are the chances that we have offsetting penalties? Josh, would it be likely?
It would be great if you're Edward Waters to offset these penalties. Because one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to give Tuskegee any sort of momentum.
Now, if you have offsetting penalties, would that require the punt to be kicked again?
Good point.
No. My partner slash referee.
Yeah,
A.B. Drew here shaking his head saying no.
Tuskegee Tiger.
Slash
I don't know if I like him in my box right now, man. But it's all right. I understand it's cold outside. We'll keep you in here, brother, for now. So a long discussion here from this SIAC officiating crew gives me an opportunity to extend congratulations to the EWC women's basketball team. They pick up a 94-45 victory yesterday over the Sons of Johnson University. So a personal foul. Hands to the face against Tuskegee. And then after the play, a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Tuskegee. So both penalties are against the Golden Tigers. That's going to put them way in the hole. That's definitely got to help out the EWC defense. So both penalties against Tuskegee. Exactly. You got to wonder, was there an ejection from the contest? But Waters has already lost one player today earlier on a targeting call in the first quarter. Cameron McLean's evening was done about 3 minutes into this contest. So a hands to the face penalty against Tuskegee and another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Golden Tigers.
They called one against the Waters. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Well, it's got, if you're Tuskegee, you got to be wondering, hey, one of our guys had his helmet ripped off. So, they got to be thinking, where's that foul?
One of them was against y'all, EWC. So it's 1-1 or 2-1?
We'll see what the calls are.
I think they're going to make them re-kick this. It looks like this is where they're moving. They're going to make them. Are they going to really make them re-kick this?
The EWC defense is on the field. Now, was both penalties against Tuskegee against Edward Waters.
Well, this is where, unfortunately,
it indicated both penalties being against Tuskegee. A lot of confusion, but the Golden Tigers are going to start taking a shot first and 10 at the 49-yard line of the Golden Tigers.
Well, that's all we can say at this point.
Shotgun formation will take the snap. Back to pass is Ezel. He's looking far side, throwing far side. It is intercepted!
Doesn't matter. All that means nothing now.
They call him Scarface. Derek Nicholson, the sophomore from Miami, with the interception for Edward Waters.
And just like that, get the ball back to the Tigers. All that confusion for not as he read that perfectly. He actually saw it, broke on the ball, stepped in front of the wide. I don't even think the Tuskegee wide receiver saw the ball. He definitely didn't react like he saw the ball.
Great ball skills there, cutting in front of the wide receiver, getting the interception, and Edward Waters is back in business, first and 10 from their own 43. Derek Nicholson getting his first interception of the 2019 season, the sophomore from Miami and Miami Northwestern High School. The Northwestern Bull with the interception. I heard you down there, Roy. I know. Soul Bull, I believe. First and 10 at the 43-yard line. We'll take the snap. Back to pass to Branch. Branch is going to take a shot. Near side. Looking for Beeks. Beeks is going to drop it incomplete. Great job of getting back there to break that one up by Ken Hike.
Yeah, that was a great pass breakup because that was a nice throw by Branch. A beautiful ball, if I must say, even from seeing it up here. But that was a great pass breakup. Give the DB some credit on that one.
They took the shot on the sudden change. It falls incomplete. And Ken Hike is now barking at the EWC bench. He's got to be careful not to get a flag.
The only thing I can think of, Josh, on that ball is maybe that ball hung in the air a hair too long, and because the receiver, Beeks, did have a step on his defender.
Snap, screen, far side, pass complete. Oh, it's dropped.
Yeah, that wasn't going anywhere. That was probably a good drop because at least you don't lose any yardage.
Here's 3rd and 10 now for Edward Waters.
Now, I will say the only problem with that is we started this drive with 2:18 on the clock, and now we're at 2:05, so only 13 seconds have actually gone off. And so, you know, if you're thinking about clock management, hasn't been much of that here.
3rd and 10 from the 43. Stay in the gun. Huge to the backside, guard to the left. 4 receiver set. Now they'll send Hugie out of the backfield to create an empty backfield here. We'll take the snap. Back to passes. Branch. He pumps. Now he throws. Near side. It is incomplete. Looking for Hugie on the wheel. Route falls incomplete. The closest person to the football was the defensive back, Carl Matthews, the senior from Birmingham. It falls incomplete. A punting situation again here for Edward Waters.
I feel like that's one of those passes you've got to be able to kind of drop into a space. It's one of those passes that you probably work on 20, 30 yards out, through a trash can out in the field, and let's see, can I drop this ball in a particular spot? If he were able to do that, he hits Hugie wide open, and then it's a one-on-one opportunity between Hugie and that DB because there was that much space in that area.
Sevier on the punt here for Edward Waters. Second punt here of the contest. Here is his punt. Back spinning punt, not his best effort. It'll bounce and it'll stop at around the 35-yard line, and that is where Tuskegee will take up shop 1st and 10. And again, a lot of jawing going on between these two teams as Cedric Lewis having some words with a Tuskegee defensive back, and in particular Darian Anthony.
It's the special teams guys, Josh. You know, these guys haven't been on the field that long in this game, so, you know, they got to get it in somehow.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with the things when you do things like that, because they can absolutely hurt your teams. For Edward Waters, who's been snake bit by a lot of things all year this year, you can't afford to give anyone anything.
For sure.
Control your emotions. The Golden Tigers will take a shot 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line of Tuskegee. Shotgun formation. They go 4 wide, twin receivers to either side of the formation. They'll take the snap. Back to pass, looking, stepping up in the pocket. Now he will tuck and run at the 40, 45. Midfield will give himself up at around the 48-yard line. Another flag is thrown.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to call that on Edward Waters. One of the defensive linemen took a little extra shot at an offensive lineman as he was running upfield chasing the play.
Yeah,
one of those kind of crackbacks.
More likely it's Jaron Wilson, the freshman defensive lineman from right here in Jacksonville and Raines High School.
Yeah.
Flag sitting at the 45-yard line of Tuskegee after the run.
Well, there's 2 of them, maybe 2 flags, because that flag, the flag that's at the 45 is the little crackback, but then I see there's one that's back at the 30 or 31.
If I'm Coach Ruffin right now, I'm going to my team right now and telling my team, look, control your emotions.
Yeah.
Control your emotions, because those things can absolutely lose you football games. Holding against Tuskegee.
Mm-hmm. So that must be the one that's back on the 32.
And then a dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Edward Waters.
That's going to be that little crackback. And we'll just redo that play, maybe?
Actually, no. We'll actually mark off both of them. So they'll mark off the 10 and then mark off the 15. It'll be first down, I believe, 1st and 5. I believe, for Tuskegee. So a spot at the 40-yard line will be 1st and 5 from there.
All set at the 40-yard line of Tuskegee territory.
So 1st and 5 for the Golden Tigers at the 40-yard line of Tuskegee. 1:39 left to go here until halftime. Edward Waters and Tuskegee tied at 6. Edward Waters does get the ball to start the second half of play, so a stop is imperative here for EWC to preserve the tie. Shotgun formation for Duramis. 4 receivers set will take the snap. Duramis back to pass, looking, throwing, far side. It is complete, but a nice job by Jalen Thomas to close in and make the stop for Edward Waters after a gain of maybe a yard on the play.
Pass play to Sean McGee of Tuskegee.
And head coach Willie Slater will call a timeout.
Jalen Thomas on the tackle for Edward Waters.
So Coach Slater calls a timeout. We'll actually keep it here. 1:14 left to go here until halftime. Tuskegee 6, Edward Waters 6, and a tight ball game here. Late season football here in Jacksonville.
And you know, I wonder, Josh, how much of speaking of Tuskegee, obviously, they are 1 week away from their homecoming, and they're playing Miles for homecoming. I might be a bit of a look ahead thing going on here. I don't know. It's that happens with young people, and we see it happen all the time in college football. And
you're looking at Edward Waters, a 1-7 ball club, a young team. Could this be a situation where you maybe take them for granted?
This would be your quote unquote trap game.
Trap game, yes.
as people like to say.
So it'll be 2nd down and 4. Actually, the 1st and 10 play a few moments ago, I misspoke and said it was 1st and 5. It was the 1st and 10 play, so 6 on the play. On the previous play to make it 2nd and 4 from the 46. Back to pass is Duramis. Stepping up, throwing, far side man, wide open pass, complete and dropped the football.
Oh, man.
Had him wide open over there on the far side was Kenny Gant. It falls incomplete, brings up now 3rd down and 4.
3rd down and 4 yards to go for first time.
It's a 3rd down and 4. EWC has been good on 3rd downs defensively tonight. This is a big one here for the guys in orange this evening.
I'm wondering if Gant actually even had to jump on that.
3rd and 4 from the 46. Line up in the pistol. Takes the snap. Back to pass is Duramis looking, throwing, far side. It is dropped. Or did he make the reception? Yes, he did. Made the reception, got out of bounds. Will have enough for first down. Able to stop the clock with a minute left.
That was good.
Catch Green with reception and a first down.
Good decision to get out of bounds on that one, especially because even though you normally get a stop clock with the first down, by getting out of bounds, you actually literally stop it. You can kind of reset things here instead of having to go into a full-on hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line of Edward Waters. Stay in the pistol. 3 receivers set. He'll take the snap. Back to pass is Duramis. Duramis looking all day to throw. Now rolls over to the far side. He will throw. It is.
Ooh, that's close over there on the
Don't
sideline.
see a decision yet. They're going to give him a catch. Wow. Out to the 35-yard line. It was Kenny Gant with the reception. The 6', 186-pound senior from Tampa with the reception at first down.
And I spent so much time watching to see whether a defensive lineman was going to actually get to the quarterback that I personally lost sight of which defensive back was supposed to stay with that running back coming out of the backfield.
Clock stops with 42 seconds left to go here until halftime. It's going to stop and play, and looks like they might be resetting the game clock. I'm going to reset the game clock to 48 seconds. Hearts and minds are settled. 48 seconds on the game clock. 1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers at the 35 of Edward Waters. Rams will take the snap, fake the handoff, play action, back to pass now. Looking, rolling over, still looking. He's going to throw, incomplete.
Good pressure, delayed blitz there.
Incomplete pass for Tuskegee.
Good decision by defensive coordinator, bringing a little pressure there.
Antoine Manning in his first season as a defensive coordinator here at Edward Waters. 2nd and 10 now for the Golden Tigers from the 35 of Edward Waters. 40 seconds left to go here until halftime. A 6-6 ball game. You get James Gary on the quarterback pressure there for Edward Waters. We called his name a lot here tonight. Gary, the freshman from Crestview. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Pistol formation this time. Ramos will take the snap. He's back to pass. He will be hit. Also to the far side now and has got a bit of room. Gets to the 30-yard line. He'll be hit and go out of bounds there. Clock will stop at 31 seconds left to go. They'll mark him down at the 31-yard line. I mean, they had him deep in the backfield. You see defensive line coach Javari Kelly just exasperated right now.
He's got to be sick. He got away from 2 guys right around the line of scrimmage. Then he got away from the 3rd guy 2-3 yards away from that mark. You got to come up with the tackle there.
Well, we'll keep it here with 22 seconds left to go. In this first half, a 6-6 ball game. Stick around for our halftime report, as we'll have an interview with our director of intercollegiate athletics here at Waters College, Mr. Paul Bryant. Talk about all of the exciting things going on in the world of Edward Waters College athletics. Crossover season right now, as we just wrapped up cross country. We're on the home stretch of both football and volleyball. And we've opened up basketball. So basketball is going on. As Dr. Bryant has given me a bit of a problem here in the press box, but I'll tell you one thing about working for Dr. Bryant. He really keeps things loose, and it's definitely a lot of fun working with a guy who enjoys his time here at EWC and makes things that much more enjoyable as his employees. Big 3rd down and 6 here now for Tuskegee. Duramus will take the snap. He's back to pass, looking down the seam, throwing far side. Got a man open. It is caught. Touchdown.
Goodness.
Touchdown Tuskegee, and still doing a lot of jawing is Peyton Ramsey, and Ramsey with the touchdown. And the Golden Tigers will take the halftime lead.
Man, that was a beautifully thrown ball, and the safety never got over. You can see the DBs kind of having a discussion. The safety never came over. Once the DB released him, safety never got over there fast enough. Tough break there for the defense that had done such a great job this entire first half.
Arnaz Huskett coming on here for the extra point here for the Golden Tigers. What you could not afford to have happen has happened for EWC defensively. Snap, placement, the kick, it is up, it's on the way. The extra point is good. 14 seconds left to go until halftime. It is 13 to 6. Actually, an offside penalty called against EWC. A penalty is declined, and the extra point is good. So 13-6 our score with 14 seconds left to go until halftime. How about that throw there from Duramus to Ramsey? Just burned the defensive back along that far sideline, getting it into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Golden Tigers take the 7-point advantage. Again, Edward Waters does get the ball to start the second half of play. And despite that touchdown there, Brian, you got to like what you've seen from that EWC defense so far. They've got some things that they can build upon going into the second half.
Yeah, definitely. The fact that you get the ball to start the second half is big. And so, I mean, really that play right there really, I think, is the biggest sort of mistake, if that's what we're going to call it, from the defense that we've seen in this half. I'm trying to do a quick think back in this game. So that's not bad. And they've been great on 3rd down. That's another thing. So there's another takeaway as you go into halftime.
Huskett on to kick this one away. Boogie Mahone back to field this one here for EWC. Here is Huskett's kick. It's high and end over, and it will send Boogie to the far side, and he'll take it from the 1. Across the 5, gets across the 10, looks for a hole, gets up to the 15, yard line out to short of the 20. He's going to be hit and brought down, and that Tuskegee sideline making a whole lot of noise over there on that far side. You got to think if you're head coach Greg Ruffin, you just like to concede this first half, go into the locker room and just regroup and come out with a better effort in the second half.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't try anything going into halftime here. Just take the knee and then keep going here.
The Tiger offense back on the field. So that's exactly what they're going to do. As Branch goes under center, and he'll take the knee. And 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and 1 second, and we are at halftime. Halftime here in Jacksonville, Tuskegee 13, Edward Waters 6. We'll take a break, come back with our halftime report, and we'll have an interview with our Director of Intercollegiate Athletics here at Edward Waters College, Paul Bryant, here in a few moments. 13-6, our score, Tuskegee with the lead. Back with halftime right after this here on the Black College Sports Network.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
It's like a loot machine. Going around town trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donna Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donna Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
For you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community.
13-6 our score here at halftime. Welcome back to the Black College Sports Network. More coverage of Tiger football here on the Black College Sports Network. 13-6 our score. Tuskegee with the lead. It is indeed our pleasure to welcome to the Black College Sports Network for our halftime interview our new Director of Intercollegiate Athletics here at Edward Waters College, the great Mr. Future Dr. Paul Bryant. Doc, welcome to the broadcast. How you doing, my friend?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you for having me.
A lot of great things have happened in just your short tenure here at EWC. There's a lot of people really interested about the things that are going on here at Edward Waters College.
Yeah, I tell you, it's been a blessing since I've been here. I got here in July. There was a lot of things that were in place. You know, A.D. Cromartie had did a great job at putting some things in place, and now, you know, I got here to enhance them a little bit, and so we're just excited about the things that are going on, and it's not Paul Bryant, it's the team, and you're a part of that team. So I again thank you all for all that you're doing.
And prior to you coming to Edward Waters, you've got over 2 decades of experience as an administrator. You've got 10 years of experience as a Division I athletic director, working at both South Carolina State and recently your recent stop at Grambling State University. Yeah. Prior to coming to Edward Waters, what did you know about Edward Waters, and what made Edward Waters the right job for you to take here?
You know, I have been watching Edward Waters because of President Faison. I saw when he accepted the job, and he and I were LinkedIn friends, and I started seeing some of the positive things that were going on. I knew very little about Edward Waters, But then once I saw his vision and what he wanted to do, I knew that this was the job that I wanted to take, particularly because he had a goal in mind, and that goal was to enhance the athletics department from the NAI status into a possible NCAA Division II. So right now we're going through the feasibility assessment to see if that would be the perfect fit for us. And so we're not going to make any quick judgments. We're going to do a very good job at assessing us holistically to see if this will be the best fit for us.
When you talk about a potential move, one of the biggest obstacles that you have is you have to have a conference that's willing to accept you. I know one of the things that we talked about when you first took the job here a few months ago was the unanimous invitation by the Council of Presidents by the SIAC to officially invite Edward Waters to join the SIAC. What does that mean for Edward Waters, and what could that mean potentially to be able to move forward to potentially a Division II status?
Right, that is huge. So when when we're going through that process, going through the application process, the first thing they want to know is there a conference that is willing to accept you? And to have a unanimous decision by the SIAC presidents was critical for us and huge, because a lot of schools that petition to get in or apply to get in Division II don't get in because of the conference. And having the opportunity to have a unanimous vote by the presidents, and now only thing we need to do is pass the assessment phase and the application phase. We have a conference. That's the biggest hurdle, and we've crossed that hurdle. And I'm very thankful to Commissioner Greg Moore for even spearheading that. And again, we're just blessed.
And when you look at things right now, I know one of the biggest things I know a lot of fans are asking about is facilities. Potential renovation. I know they were talking about in the Jacksonville Business Journal, potential renovation down the line for the Adams Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Some things needing to be done there. And of course, the crown jewel is what we're hoping is going to be the crown jewel of our athletic footprint, that being the $4+ million Nat Glover Community Field and Stadium. You had meetings as of today about the stadium. Let our fans know where we're standing. What is our status right now in terms of getting the stadium up and running?
Right. So we actually could have started this project a little sooner. However, we're in football season, so we have to have a place to practice. And so where we're practicing is actually where we're going to have our stadium. So the stadium we will break ground within before the end of the year end, before December 31st. We're going to break ground. But the best part about it, the stadium will be completed for our 2020 season. So wow. It is exciting. We got a 2,500 seat stadium. It's going to be state-of-the-art things, and even improving Adams Jenkins. What we're going to do there is we're going to create a different experience once you come to a basketball or a volleyball game. So we're going to do some things that the president has given me the carte blanche service and said, hey, it's your show. Run it the way you want it, and I'm very grateful for that.
When you look at how fans and how alumni can get involved in what's the things that are going on here at EWC, I know in some of the meetings that we've had about some potential moves that could be made in terms of maybe a varsity club, booster clubs, that sort of thing. What are some of the things you can tell our listening audience and our viewing audience about how they can get involved in EWC athletics?
First thing you need to do is see what we're doing. You can actually see what's going on. And then I need you to actually invest in the athletics department. There's a lot of things that we want to do. Prime example is the nutritional stand for all of our student athletes, to get them to eat better, to get them to perform better. And what you eat is determined how you play. And so we want to make sure we have that up and going. But we need you to give. We need you to give. No more people asking for comp tickets and that sort of thing. Let's support.
Translation, we ain't got none.
Exactly. But come back and support EWC. You will see the fruits of your labor once you come back and see what's going on.
And speaking of investments, there have been a lot of discussions with some other businesses and things like that being involved in Edward Waters Athletics. Of course, the big agreement we made a few months ago with Nike and BSN Sports to be our official outfitter of EWC Athletics. The agreement that we have with Kelly Tours, with the big bus with Edward Waters riding on there, and people getting to know across the country what Edward Waters is about. Those things have got to be really, really excited about being able to have those partnerships in such a short short period of time that you've been here, be able to cultivate those experiences and those partnerships and really able to take Edward Waters College athletics that much further.
Absolutely. So now people are wanting to be involved. And again, I attribute that to our leadership. Our leader has a bold vision, and we're just jumping on that bold vision, and people see that we're an economic driver as well in Jacksonville. So I am, again, if you are a corporation that wants to get seen in Jacksonville, particularly at Edward Waters, and become a partner, come on. We need you as partners and not just someone who's just going to give money. We need you as a partner. And you know what? It's not always about money. It's about your time as well. Come out and volunteer. We have plenty of areas that you can volunteer, but more importantly, come and give back.
Last question. I know you're a basketball guy. You're a former basketball player, former basketball coach. We just started basketball season with our men's women's basketball teams. I've got a big contest next Friday, a rivalry contest with Florida Memorial. I know we definitely want to have our fans come out. And, of course, yesterday we had a big Make It a Kids Day. Over 1,500 kids from around the Northeast Florida area coming to Jacksonville, coming to Edward Waters, and seeing what Edward Waters women's basketball is all about. And head coach Charmaine Wilson of the Lady Tigers sitting around home happy with a 94-45 victory. I know basketball is very close to your heart, but I know you were definitely excited to see what happened yesterday and what can come from both the men's and women's basketball teams this season.
You're right. I have to correct you one time.
Yes, sir.
I'm an athletics person.
You are an athletics person. Yes, sir.
So all the sports I love. But however,
yes, sir. Exactly.
Basketball is in my blood, and you know what, to see what's transforming with our coaches, Coach Wilson, Coach Summers. They're doing an exceptional job. And, you look at Coach Wilson, she's been in the championship second place, runner-up for the last 2 years. And then Coach Summers, his first year here, getting to the championship, coming in second. There's only one place to go.
Absolutely.
But I have total confidence in both of my coaches, and I enjoy the team, watching how they play. But I'm going to tell you, too, I'm excited for our volleyball team because they're about to go to conference, and I think they can shake up the conference and actually have an opportunity to win. And I have to mention this: our cross-country teams, we have young men that have qualified for nationals, so they're going to go out and compete nationally. And I'm just thrilled to be an athletic director here at Edward Waters right now because everything is beaming with success, and it starts at the top with our president.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of our other crossroads sports, the spring sports coming up soon, baseball and softball. Manny Perez on the softball side has a great softball team, and, of course, Reggie Johnson on the baseball side. Track and field is going to come up. You'll see a men's track and field team winning 5 consecutive Gulf Coast Athletic Conference track and field championships. Women's team just that close from breaking through. So a lot of positive things going on in EWC athletics as a whole.
It is. And, you mentioned Reggie Johnson and Coach Perez and Coach Parsons. Again, you're talking about 3 dynamic coaches. And, for Edward Waters to have them is just exceptional. And I'm glad that I'm able to assist them in their progress. Coach Johnson, one of the most fantastic young men, as well as coaches that you will ever want to meet. And I'm so thrilled to watch our baseball team, watch our softball team, as well as our track. So I ask you all to come out and support all of our sports. You will, if you want to see some true student athletes, come out and check out Edward Waters College.
Doc, appreciate your time, man. Thanks so much for coming up here.
You. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
We'll talk about the game. That's Paul Bryant, the Director of Intercollegiate Athletics here at Edward Waters College. 13-6 our score. Tuskegee on top. We'll go ahead and we'll take a break. Bring Brian back into the box. We'll talk about the first half and get set for the second half from Jacksonville. After this break, you're on the Black College Sports Network.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
Let's face it, shopping for insurance can be time consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto, home, and life insurance needs, make things simple and trust the experts at Allstate. They will help you get the coverage that fits your needs while helping you bundle your life, home, and auto policies. Bundling saves you money, sure, but it also saves you time, so you can enjoy the things that matter most even more. Contact me, Tammy Haynes, your local agent, for a free personalized insurance quote. Allstate, are you in good hands?
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCU or these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. Okay. That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donna Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donna Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
Waiting for days to come like this, better than ever before. And now I know there's more.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Moments away from starting the second half here in Jacksonville. Tuskegee leading 13-6 over the Tigers of Edward Waters College. Welcome back to more Edward Waters College football here on the Black College Sports Network. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you. Brian, as we look at the statistics from this contest, Edward Waters still very much in this game. Total offensive yards, Tuskegee with 171, EWC with 131. Passing yards, 99 for Tuskegee, 55 for Edward Waters. EWC leading in the rushing category by 4, 76-72. Everything is pretty much right there. Everything is for the most part even. If EWC can pretty much take their game to another level, they can very much in this contest.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard to, kind of separate, say, okay, what's one factor versus another when there's so many even stats. What's impressive about the total number of plays, both tied up at 31 each. time of possession, Edward Waters has had it for about 3 minutes more. But, outside of really that 31-yard touchdown pass there at the end of the second quarter, you're probably even looking at the yardage being a lot closer than what it is. It's only 40 yards separation, and then you got 31 of it coming on one play there at the end.
Another big number for Edward Waters is penalties. 3 penalties for 31 yards. Tuskegee, 2 penalties for 10 yards. Edward Waters has got to find a way to control their emotions, because at midway toward that first quarter and in the second quarter, their emotions got the best of them in a couple of instances and cost them some big yards there.
Yeah, all penalties aren't the same. So you get an average of 10 yards per penalty for one team and the average of 5 for another. That's significant, but all in all, hey, for Edward Waters, I see a lot of positive things here. So far it's been a defensive battle for both teams. What's interesting, again, coming into this game, Tuskegee has not allowed more than 10 points to any of their last 3 opponents in wins. So I feel like if Edward Waters can start this second half, this third quarter, with a score, a touchdown tied up at 13, they can break through that ceiling, and maybe, just maybe, this will be the kind of game that'll just carry on through the fourth quarter and be anyone's contest.
And there have been some instances where EWC has been able to get behind the defense of Tuskegee, so you wonder, with some adjustments being made, can they be able to do it again here, maybe go even more and take some balls into the end zone here?
Yeah, Rashard Branch with 8 carries for 21 yards, and I think I'd like to see Hughie get more. He only had 5 in this first half. I'd like to see him, be given the ball more, a little bit on that RPO. But all in all, I think Branch has played a good first half. That's one positive thing that I see from the action in the first half. I thought Branch played a great first half. Be interesting to see, can he take it up a notch.
All right, Houston has it teed up at the 35-yard line, getting set to put total leather here to begin the second half here from Jacksonville. Again, 13-6 our score. Tuskegee with the lead. Tuskegee 4-4 on the year. EWC 1-7. Head coach Greg Ruffin celebrating his birthday here today. The head coach of the Tigers of EWC. To be one great birthday present if he can get this victory over his former employer in Tuskegee. As he coached under Rick Comagee to a couple of SIAC championships before they left to go to Jackson State. Here's the kick. It's high. It's end over end. A fair catch call for it. Taken by Boogie. At around the 17-yard line, EWC will have it 1st and 10 from the 25.
I wonder if he wishes he had not called fair catch on that. Or maybe he was just given instructions to call fair catch. But there was some room in front of him. That's all I'll say.
So the fair catch call for inside the 20. New rule, if you fair catch it inside the 20, you can be able to have the option to take it at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from there. A cool evening here in Jacksonville. A busy weekend here in the 904s. Tomorrow is the Florida-Georgia or Georgia-Florida game, however you may see that contest. Takes the snap, back to pass his Branch, looking near side, passes incomplete, looking for Hughie. On the screen play, near to the near side.
I had to bite my lip on that one because I'm watching. I didn't know whether the defensive back that was in front of Hughie or the defensive back behind Hughie was going to come up with that ball, and that would have been clear as day. That would have been a pick 6 gone.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Takes the snap, looking, throwing near side pass, complete to Horn. Horn goes back inside, now makes a move, tries to split a couple defenders, and he'll have the 1st down.
That was a big-time play by Horn. To be able to catch that, to break and find the space between 2 defensive backs.
Ball set at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. EWC.
So 1st and 10 for Edward Waters down to the 36-yard line. Shotgun formation for Branch. Take the snap. Hand off to Hugie. Hugie coming over to the near side right, lowers his shoulder, gets a gain of 3 on the play.
Hugie on the carry for Edward Waters.
Gets it out to around the 41-yard line.
Tackle made by DeVaris Thomas. And Christopher Faulkner for Tuskegee.
So second down, we'll call it about 7.
Second down, 7 from
just underway here in the third quarter.
38-yard line of EWC.
Tigers down to the Golden Tigers, 13-6. Shotgun formation for Branch. 3 receivers set to left, single near side to the right. Tight end wing to the left. Huge to the backside, to the left. Takes the snap. Takes the handoff. Looking, throwing, far side pass complete to Wilkerson. Wilkerson runs over a man. Can't run over another one. Gets a gain of about 3 on the play. Matthew Wilkerson, the sophomore tight end from Citra, Florida, with the reception.
All up to the 42-yard line.
So I have a feeling that the short passes out into the flat
Third down,
are setups
for first down.
to get these DBs to start moving in a little bit, and then all it takes is one little pump, and then catch receiver going down either the seam or up the sideline.
It's third down and about 4 from the 42.
Question is, when will we see it?
Branch will work from the gun. Takes the snap. Hand off to Hugie. Hugie is hit and swallowed up in the backfield. They tried the delayed draw, and the Golden Tigers were having nothing of it. Quindarius Cole's going to stop there for Tuskegee, and Edward Waters more than likely will be forced to punt.
Yeah, they called the blitz on there at the last minute, and that's what kind of broke that up. It looks like, are they going to go for it here on fourth down?
Offense is still on the field, and now the punting unit comes on.
Yeah, you can tell there was some discussion between probably Coach Ruffin and the OC.
Well, Angel Sevier comes on to punt. His third punt of the evening. The Tigers not able to do much there on the opening drive of the second half. Here is Sevier's punt. High hanging punt. Be taken from off the football. There's a mad scramble for it at the 20-yard line. We'll see who's got it. Edward Waters has got it. Petway fumbles the ball and EWC recovers.
And the beauty of that play is the Edward Waters defender went past the Petway. He went past him and then actually ended up knocking the ball out from behind.
Khalil Love with the fumble recovery for Edward Waters.
Khalil Love of the recovery for the Edward Waters College.
Defensive back from Miami and American Senior High School with the recovery. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 20.
Genius play by Love because he made a point not to interfere with the catch. Great decision, and then he comes back and knocks the ball loose.
Drive stays alive here. Branch in the gun. He'll take the snap. Looking. He's going to throw. Pass is complete. Touchdown Edward Waters. David Beeks in the end zone. And we're 1 point away from a tie.
One play, quick strike, touchdown. And what do you say? The Tigers have broken through the ceiling. Got ourselves a ball game.
David Beeks with a 20-yard reception, the senior from Jacksonville and Gene Rebolt Senior High School. Moving it into the end zone for the Tiger touchdown. The Tigers able to capitalize on the fumble recovery on the punt. And they make the Golden Tigers pay. So much for not allowing more than 10 points there, Tuskegee. Snap, spot, kick, it's up, it's on the way. We are tied here in Jacksonville. The 11:29 left to go here, third quarter. Tuskegee 13, Edward Waters 13. Let's take time out here on the Black College Sports Network.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Now you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy.
So Tuskegee fumbles the punt. Edward Waters recovers at the 20, and one play later, a 20-yard strike to David Beeks puts the Tigers back on the board with 11:29 to go third quarter. It is tied at 13 here in Jacksonville. For Beeks, that's his fourth receiving touchdown of the season. That leads the team in receiving touchdowns. Here is the kick from Sevier. High, end over end. It's going to be short. It'll be taken from the 15-yard line. Out to the 20, to the 25. It's got a hole. 25, 30, 35 to the 40, 45 midfield, near side 45 to the 40. And he'll go out of bounds in Edward Waters territory. On the return there for the Golden Tigers, Kendrick Green, a Florida native, transfer from Pittsburgh State University. He's out of Fort Lauderdale.
I knew that was South Florida speed. That wasn't regular speed. That wasn't regular, South. That was South Florida speed. I could tell.
The kicker Angel Sevier forces them out of bounds. Edward Waters Tuskegee will take a shot, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line of Edward Waters. Now comes Ahmad Duramis in that first half, 8 of 15 passing, 99 yards and a touchdown. Pistol formation here for Tuskegee at the 40 of Edward Waters. Duramis will take a high snap, hand off. It'll be a keeper for Duramis, looking. Duramis now looking. He will be hit. Still on his feet and finally goes down. That'll go down as a sack. And give credit to Jaron Wilson and Sed Lewis on the stop for Edward Waters.
They needed to come up with that one to make up for a similar play in the second quarter on that scoring drive where Duramis slipped out of the hands of 3 defenders. They needed that sack. Great coverage downfield, too, because, he got out of the pocket a little bit, and you kind of had a feeling that he was looking for somebody down on the other end of the field.
2nd and 11 from the 41. They'll stay in the pistol. 3 receivers set, 2 right, single near side left. We'll take the snap. Back to pass to Duramis. He looks right. He throws right. Got a man open. The pass is complete. It's going to have the first down out to the 30-yard line and inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That'll move the chains for Tuskegee first down. Petway with the reception moves the chains for the first down.
Tuskegee, the home run, the tackle. First down, Tuskegee.
1st and 10 for the Golden Tigers at the Edward Waters 28-yard line. 10-11 left to go here, third quarter. Tie ball game at 13. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set. 2 right, single near side to the left. I'll take the snap option look this time. He pitches out to the back over the far side. That's Taylor, who's got a bit of a hole, and he will get inside the 15, inside the 10, and he'll walk into the end zone for a 28-yard touchdown.
Man, the speed on the cutback is something real.
Torian Taylor into the end zone for the touchdown. A 28-yard touchdown run, and the Golden Tigers, just like that, retake the lead.
So we had a defensive battle in the first half, Josh, and now it looks like we're just going to open up the floodgates and have some offensive scoring here already.
Arnez Huskick on for the extra point here for the Golden Tigers. Snap, spot, placement, kick, it's up, it's on the way, and the Jacksonville native will split the sticks. It's good. 9:49 left to go, third quarter. Tuskegee 20, Edward Waters 13. We'll take this timeout, back with more Edward Waters football after this here on the Black College Sports Network.
Now, you can live in Texas and not have a good red meat blend. Texas Cowboy Dust is designed for steak and other red meats. It's out to be my most popular spice blend, made with onions, peppers, ground mushrooms, pink salt, and other spices. Texas Cowboy Dust also goes great with chicken, pork, vegetables, and adds a restaurant-quality sheen to gravies and sauces.
Let's face it, shopping for insurance can be time-consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto, home, and life insurance needs, make things simple and
Torian Taylor, a 28-yard rushing touchdown for the Golden Tigers to give them to retake the lead for Tuskegee with 9:49 left to go here in the third quarter. It is now Tuskegee 20 and Edward Waters 13. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you. Another broadcast of Tigers football here on the Black College Sports Network. As Arnez Huskick has a tee up at the 35-yard line. Boogie Mahone back to field this one here for EWC. Here's Husk's kick, high and over end. It will bounce, and it will go out of bounds for the third time tonight.
That is not my plan. I refuse to believe that is. I mean, all three of them have gone in the same spot, Josh. I can't imagine that being my plan.
I'll go with you. I'll bite. It's not my plan. It's sheer accident.
In the same spot every time. Oh, my goodness.
So Edward Waters, after the kick out of bounds, will take up shop at the 35-yard line. 9:49 left to go, third quarter, 20-13, excuse me. Tuskegee with the lead. Back on the saddle go the men in orange this evening, wearing orange in memory of former offensive line coach Glenn Chapman, who passed away last March. Send the back out of the backfield, will take the snap. Hand off to the wide receiver on the bit of a jet sweep action. That's Jalil Jackson on the carry. The true freshman from Jacksonville and Westside High School. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 from there.
Second down and 10 from the 35-yard line of Edward Waters.
Tigers still very much in this contest. 2nd and 10 from the 35. 9:14, 9:13 left to go here in the third quarter. Tigers down 7. Pistol formation once again for EWC. A full house pistol formation here for Edward Waters. He'll take the snap. Fake the handoff. Looking, throwing, man over the middle. It's tipped in, incomplete. Ken Hike nearly with an opportunity to take that one away for Tuskegee as the pass was intended for Hugie.
There was some heat on that pass. Man, there was some heat coming on that.
He had Hugie open over the middle, just missed him. Ball got tipped in the air for a bit, and Ken Hike nearly taking that one away for the Golden Tigers. 3rd and 10 now for Edward Waters from the 35-yard line. In that first half, EWC 3 of 8 on 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down from the 35. They'll work from the gun. Huge at the backside, car right. 4 receiver set. He'll take the snap. Back to passes. Branch. Branch looking. Branch pumps. Looks. Now rolls over to the near side. Branch will throw. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Hugie. Falls incomplete. And EWC will be forced to punt again.
That was a play, Josh, where I feel like Hugie he slowed up, and I don't know whether he wanted to block or go downfield. I always say go downfield, and that way at least you take the DBs with you. And at least it gives Branch, I don't know, maybe at least 5 yards to get running downfield, which he never had a chance to do because his receivers were 5 yards in front of him.
Here's Sevier on to punt for the 4th time this evening. Here is the snap. Here is his punt. High.
Oh, that's nice.
Hanging, nice punt. Fair catch call for made this time.
Oh, yeah.
Out to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good decision that time to just sit on that one and call the fair catch on that one.
We'll mark it at the 24-yard line, and the Golden Tigers will take up shop 1st and 10. From there, 8:37 left to go here, third quarter, 20-13 our score. Tuskegee on top.
I tell you, the special teams units have been feisty today, man. I mean, I think that's where all the penalties have come, Josh. It hadn't been offense and defense. It's come on special teams. If I had to think back on it, we had 5 of them in the first half. Probably 4 of them came on special teams.
So here comes Ahmad Daramis on to engineer this next set of downs here for Tuskegee. 1st and 10 from their own 24. Daramis will take the snap. Delayed draw, handoff to the back here to the near side. Spins off of one tackle, can't spin off of another one, but gets a gain of about 3 yards there on 1st down. That's Kenny Gantz on the carry. Said Lewis on the stop for Edward Waters.
Gunter on the tackle of Kenny Gantz from Tuskegee.
Gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7. From around the 27-yard line of the Golden Tigers. Clock runs approaching 8 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. 20-13. The visitors from Alabama on top. Pistol formation again for Tuskegee. They'll take the snap. Makes the handoff. Back to pass to Dramis. He's going to take a shot. Far side. The pass is tipped and caught. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. Stephen Hodges into the end zone for the touchdown.
I have no words. Nothing nice to say, at least, other than that was a nice pass and a nice finish. I could add a few other things, but I'm not going to do it.
The Golden Tigers go up 2 scores. There's an injured Tiger on the EWC sideline. On the Tuskegee sideline.
I will say, though, in situations like that, Josh, sometimes you got to at least, I don't know, sell out. I don't know. Ball, dive, try to knock the guy out, do something.
Yeah, may just take the 15-yard pass interference penalty.
Yeah.
Live and find another day.
Exactly. And that's the one thing in college. If you get beat like that, why give that up? Grab a jersey. At least 15 yards is better than 50, 55, whatever it was.
Treon Patrick was the injured defensive back for EWC, the transfer from Alcorn State. He's being assisted by head athletic trainer Larry Bell.
Game day program for just $5. This week's edition features sophomore tight end Matthew Wilkerson on the cover. See a member of our game day staff hit the Roar Game Day program tonight.
Patrick slow to come off the field. He's grabbing his right hip. That'd be a big loss for EWC already without Cameron McLean, who was ejected in the first quarter of this evening's contest.
Let's get Treon Patrick around the applause walking off the field, ladies and gentlemen.
Arnaz Hughes kick on for the extra point here for the Golden Tigers. Snap placement. Kick gets up. It's on the way. And it is good. Golden Tigers go up 2 scores. 7:40 left to go here. Third quarter. It is now Tuskegee 27 and Edward Waters 13. We'll take time out here on the Black College Sports Network.
Let's face it, shopping for insurance can be time consuming. That's why when it comes to your auto, home, and life insurance needs, make things simple and trust the experts at Allstate. They will help you get the coverage that fits your needs while helping you bundle your life, home, and auto policies. Bundling saves you money, sure, but it also saves you time, so you can enjoy the things that matter most even more. Contact me, Tammy Haynes, your local agent, for a free personalized insurance quote. Allstate, are you in good hands?
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist.
EWC.
Golden Tigers at 7 more on the board. 7:40 left to go here in this third quarter. It's now 27-13 in favor of Tuskegee. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you. And the broadcast of Tigers football here on the Black College Sports Network. One more broadcast next week as we welcome the Tigers of Savannah State here to Jacksonville for Senior Day. Kickoff will be at 3 o'clock p.m. next Saturday.
And they very well may be coming in here as SIAC East champions.
Handoff up the gut, and there's Hughie with the gain of 11 and another first down. That was close to breaking that one there for the true freshman from Palm Coast.
I told you that. We had 5 carries in the first half. he's got to be featured somehow in this half. I want to see 15 touches by Hugie in this second half.
Takes the snap. Hand off to Hugie again. Hugie looks for another hole. Hugie gets a gain of 7 on that play. Gets it out to the 43. Actually, a gain of 8 as he gets out to the 43-yard line.
Somebody's hearing me. Come on there. That's 2. Keep him going. Keep feeding that young man. So, you got a great back there, and the offensive line's been doing a pretty good job. Keep pounding away at him.
2nd and 7 from the 42-yard line. Pistol formation again for Edward Waters. Snap. Handoff. Hugie again runs into a bit of a hole, moves the pile, and gets the first down out to the 45.
3 carries, 21 yards, and 2 first downs. I mean, the formula is here. The formula is there. Now you can start to look at doing some other things now that you've kind of drawn their attention towards Hugie.
First down, EWC.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 45-yard line. 6:30 left to go here, third quarter. Tigers down 14. Stay in the pistol. Snap. Handoff. That should be a keeper for Branch. Branch going over the left side. Branch to the 50. Branch slips at midfield. Actually mark him down at the 48-yard line.
Oh, wow. That's where they're marking him down
that
at?
Was a
I thought he was across the 50.
At least at minimum right at the midfield stripe.
Man.
I'll reserve my negative comments for after the broadcast. 2nd and 7 from the 48, and trust me, there will be a lot of them. Pistol formation. Two receivers to the far side left. Will take the snap, turn, hand, Hugie, crunch the backfield.
Branch, I don't know if that was the right read by Branch on that RPO. Maybe he should have pulled that out and actually ran. He should have kept that ball.
Sean McGee in on the stop there for the Golden Tigers. Loss of 2 on the play to make it 3rd and 8 for Edward Waters.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Back to the 47.
First down for the Tigers of Edward Waters.
5:20 left to go here, third quarter. Critical 3rd down and 8 here for EWC. Line up in the pistol. 4 receiver set. 3 right, single far side to the left. Takes the snap. Looking. Delayed draw. Handoff Hugie. Lowers his shoulder short of the first down. Gets into Golden Tiger territory to the 48-yard line now.
It's got to be 2-down territory.
Yeah, I was just about to say, go for it here on 4th.
I can't imagine you run that play with the mindset of saying, hey, we're calling 2 plays here, and so we're going to go delayed draw here and then go with the next one. I just can't imagine you doing anything else.
4th down and 3.
3 yards to go.
Yeah, I see Wilkerson coming in. Get your big fella in there.
Both Wilkerson and Quinlan Bisbee, both of the tight ends come in for EWC. And looks like head coach Greg Ruffin will call a timeout to talk about this one. 4:24 to go, third quarter. Tuskegee 27, Edward Waters 13. We'll take timeout, back with more third quarter action after this here on the Black College Sports Network.
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCU for these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated.
Big 3rd down and 3 here for Edward Waters as we're back here in Jacksonville. Tigers down 27-13. A 4th and 3 at the Tuskegee 48-yard line. They'll line up in the pistol. 3 receivers set. Wilkerson lineup slot to the right. Take the snap. Hand off. A keeper for Branch, and Branch still on his feet. Branch is going to be hit and cut down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I don't think that was the right read.
Short of first down. Tuskegee takes over on down. Tackled by Ketchy
And for that to happen coming out of a timeout, that's got to be frustrating and discouraging. But hey, these are young guys again. Teachable, coachable moment right there.
Golden Tigers on the field out to the 48-yard line. They line up in the pistol, 3 receiver set. 2 right, single, near side to the left. Ramis will take the snap, turn, and hands it back. Going to the right side, runs into an orange wall, lowers the shoulder, gets tackled at the 50-yard line for a gain of 2.
Yeah, EWC can really use the defense. The defense really needs to rally right now and find a way to get a 3 and out. I mean, that would be the ideal, perfect situation right now to just bring back a little confidence, not only for their unit, but just this whole team. The sort of the energy and the life that's been sucked out of the sideline in this stadium after those 2 scores by Tuskegee.
Ivante Patterson was the ball carrier, gets a gain of 2 on the play, 2nd and 8 from midfield. Pistol formation. Single receivers to either side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, looking, throwing, far side, got a man open at the 45-yard line. It will be hit and stopped. Appears to be short of the first down, gets short by 2 yards.
First down for the second down for the Tigers. Third down for the Golden Tigers at the 45-yard line.
So there's a 3rd down and 3 here at the 45-yard line of Edward Waters for Tuskegee.
3 yards to go for a first down.
Big time opportunity here. I hope the DBs don't give too much of a cushion out there on the corners.
I'll stay in the pistol. Back to pass, Rams looking, throwing near side. It dropped, incomplete.
Ooh, wow.
DeVarens Valcine, the intended receiver, falls incomplete. Makes the catch. He's got an easy first down.
There's that cushion we were talking about. So that time, a fortunate break there for EWC as we have a down defensive lineman, it looks like.
That's a big one. I believe it's the linebacker, TJ Gunter, the injured Tiger, the true freshman from Detroit, who's had a whale of a season for Edward Waters. Coming into this contest here tonight, he was the leading tackler for EWC with 47 tackles, 5 tackles for loss and a sack. I think with this injury, does that give some pause here for head coach Willie Slater to possibly think about going forward here on 4th down and 3? Let's see if he's feeling a little frisky this evening.
Yeah, Coach Slater doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would give a team an opportunity to breathe when you got their head underwater. So, I see, I'd be surprised if he actually goes for this instead of punting.
So TJ Gunter being helped off the field. And the punting unit does indeed check on here for Tuskegee. Brian Boogie's come close a few times this season. There's ever a chance to send the crowd into a frenzy.
Yeah.
The opportunity is here.
Would be. Let's see if they've got if they're bringing. Looks like they're bringing the house.
There is the snap. The edges come. Here is the punt. Short punt, line drive. I think it'll check up inside the 20. It'll take a Tuskegee roll inside the 15. It'll be down at around the 13-yard line. And that is where the Tigers will take up shop 1st and 10. 2:25 to go 3rd quarter. Important drive here for Edward Waters, down 2 scores at 27-13. Because you're wondering now for Edward Waters, how many more swings are you going to get at bat here?
Yeah, I thought the first couple of plays where you were running the ball, giving the ball to Hughes, were great, and then things kind of went south. So hopefully Branch can sort of regain a little bit of the energy.
There is a penalty in the backfield.
There's a penalty flag at the 44-yard line.
I'm going to say this is on
Tuskegee territory.
Oh, man.
This is on Edward Waters. This is a first down for Tuskegee.
Where would it have been, though?
personal foul targeting against Edward Waters. Wow.
Personal foul called against Edward Waters.
Targeting?
On the punt.
Edward Waters retains possession.
Okay. Edward Waters retains possession. Okay.
Edward Waters will retain
It
possession.
looked like he signaled targeting, but don't see anyone leaving the field. It's a half the distance to the goal penalty.
The penalty is
I haven't seen too many targetings on the punt return team.
EWC will start their series at the 6-yard line. 1st and 10.
So EWC will take up shop at around the 7-yard line. Branch will work from the gun. Hugie, his backside guard to the right. 3 receivers split out far near side to the right. Single far side to the left. Tigers in the hole here. Takes the snap. And a keeper for Branch. Branch has got room, turns it up, gets across the 10 out to the 14-yard line.
Branch on the carry for the Tigers.
Branch will get a gain of about 7 yards there on first down.
14-yard line, but 7-yard pickup for the Tigers of EWC.
Clock runs with 2:04 left to go here in the third quarter. Tigers down by 2 scores. We'll take the snap, make the handoff, screen, near side pass is complete. Looking for a block, steps around, one goes out of bounds. We'll see where they mark them. It looks like it might be enough for first down, as that was Derek Davis on the reception. Now will move the chains for a Tiger first down.
First down, EWC.
Quinlan Bisbee did a nice job of coming back and blocking.
Tonight's first downs are sponsored by BSN Sports and Nike. Nike, the official outfitter of Edward Waters College Athletics.
First and 10 for the Tigers, out to the 17-yard line. They'll stay in the gun. 4 wide this time. We'll take the snap, hand off, Hugie up the gut, hit and cut down at the 20-yard line for a gain of 2.
Hugie on the run for the Tigers.
Do you like the pace right now? I'm sitting here thinking about the pace. You're down 2 scores.
Yeah, down 2 scores. Not seeing too much of a sense of urgency here for EWC.
I mean, still a lot of ball to play, but like you said, you're into efficiency drives right now.
Shotgun formation for Branch. He'll take the snap. Hand off to Hugie, trying to turn the corner on the left side, and will find nothing. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage or maybe lose a half yard on the play.
I can see the safety come up about 10 yards out and come in there to make that tackle. He read that perfectly. I'd be surprised if they run another play before the end of the third quarter. It's like 16 seconds left.
So here we go, 3rd and long. It looks like Edward Waters might be just content with, I think it's for the 4th. Oh, no, they'll take the snap. Here's Branch back to pass. He pumps. Branch steps up in the pocket. Now looks. Branch throws it away.
And it makes you wonder, should he have actually waited to snap that? I don't even know if maybe he knew how much time was left.
It looks like we have indeed ended the third quarter. End of the third quarter here from Jacksonville. Tuskegee 27, Edward Waters 13. We'll take a break, come back with more Tiger football. This here on the Black College Sports Network.
It didn't. What happened was a gentleman wanted to do the Black College Sports Network in partnership with the HBCU or these black colleges.
Absolutely.
And it would have educated the Black College Sports Network. This is what he wanted to do. That would have educated a lot of black kids. Okay? That was the real reason why I got into it, was when I saw what happened with the Black College Sports Network, which I
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration.
Back here in Jacksonville, Tigers get set to punt the ball away. 27-13 our score. Tuskegee on top. Here is the snap. Here's Angel Sevier's punt. High hanging punt, fair catch called for. It's bouncing. It rolls into Golden Tiger territory and will be downed at around the 48-yard line of Tuskegee, and that's where the Golden Tiger will take up shop first and at 10.
Yeah, and see that's one of these little clock management things. Of all the things that you're trying to teach your young quarterback, that's a clock management issue where you want to tell him, look, why snap that? I don't think the play clock was an issue. You could have let the clock run out. Now we get a chance here on third down to talk about it going into the change of ends, and then because that's how important this drive is. Instead, we start the quarter by punting and giving them the ball at midfield.
First and 10 for the Golden Tigers from the 48-yard line. I'll take the snap as Duramus, turn and hand to the back, turn in the corner on the left side, runs into a orange wall. Will be hit and stopped at around the 49-yard line. As on the carry for Tuskegee is Deion Conway, a 5'9", 190-pound freshman from the Atlanta area, Locust Grove, Georgia to be exact. Gain of about 3 on the play for the true freshman.
Tuskegee's going to use every second of the clock and play clock on this drive.
Pistol formation, single receivers to either side of that formation. 2nd and 7 from the 49. Takes the snap, back to pass to Duramus. Duramus flush from the pocket. Duramus will tuck and will run. Avoids a tackle, gets to the 45-yard line, has the first down, and goes out of bounds and further in Tiger territory out to the 39-yard line. As Ahmad Duramus moves the chains for first down.
That was a good run by Duramus. I was looking, he looked like he was holding something. I don't know, his arm or hand. Or maybe that just could be nothing. But that was a smart decision as he got out of the box there to not really look to throw anything. Just keep the ball. And then secondly, don't get hit. And yeah, he went out of bounds, but the clock keeps moving.
1st and 10 at the 39 of Edward Waters. Pistol formation. Ramus will take the snap. Bit of miscommunication. Now rolls over to the left side. It turns up, gets inside the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. Bit of miscommunication in the backfield. Ramus makes something out of nothing and gets a gain of about 5 yards there on first down.
Turned a 3-yard loss into a 5-6-yard gain.
As Coach Ruffin has mentioned a few times this season, just like his ball club just has buzzard's luck this year.
Yeah.
2nd down and 5 for the Golden Tigers at the Edward Waters 34-yard line. The Golden Tigers just leaning on that clock. Pistol formation, single receivers to either side. We'll take the snap. Hand off to the back. He is hit, met in the backfield, and dropped.
There you go. It's a good tackle for loss.
Said Lewison on that stop there for EWC. I'll check that. That was Terrence Quarles on the stop. Quarles, the junior from Augusta, the transfer from Johnson C. Smith.
And so with it being 3rd and long, this will tell you everything you need to know right here. If Tuskegee puts this in the air, it'll tell you that they're still being aggressive. And if they choose to go with something safe, they just want to get out of here as quickly as possible.
Duramus takes the snap, back to pass, looking far side, throws. It is incomplete over the head of his intended receiver, and Kedrick Green.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't a bad shot. I mean, if he had maybe taken a little bit off of that ball, that might have been a touchdown.
Golden Tigers will punt this one away. Bernard Mahone back to field this one here for EWC. 12:03 left to go here. 4th quarter, Tigers down 2 scores. Here Here's the snap. Here's the punt. High hanging punt. Boogie calls for the fair catch, and we'll actually watch it go into the end zone for a touchback.
There you go.
So he did what you told him to do. Put his heels right there on the 10. Watch the ball go into the end zone for a touchback. We'll keep it here with 11:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Tigers leading 27-13. Again, Edward Waters will conclude their home portion of the schedule next Saturday at 3 o'clock p.m. as EWC will take on Sean Quinn and the SIAC East leading Tigers of Savannah State University. Senior day here at First Coast, so we definitely want to have everyone come out, support our seniors, and wish them well and congratulate them on their years of service to the EWC football program. Again, kickoff will be at 3 o'clock p.m. here at First Coast High School. We'll be back on air here on the Black College Sports Network, and of course here locally on radio on 1010 XL 92.5 FM here in Jacksonville.
And just by numbers, Josh, you know exactly how many seniors we're talking about?
About 7 or 8 seniors on this ball club. So again, a very, very young ball club is the EWC team, as there's a handoff to Deshaun Hugie, and Hugie gets a gain of about 2-3 yards there on first down.
And that's why I asked that question, because we talk about a lot of the sophomores and freshmen who are on this team, and so I just wasn't sure if we're at that point of saying, hey, how many seniors do we have? But we got a few. That's good.
2nd and 7 for Edward Waters, out to around the 23-yard line. Branch will take the snap. He'll hand off to Hugie. He'll look for a hole. Now comes inside, finds a bit of a crease, gets across the 25. He'll go down at around the 29-yard line to make it down a yard.
So this may be one of 2, maybe 3 possessions that you're going to get in this quarter. And it starts with this one. I mean, flat out, this 3rd down and short has to turn into a first down. This drive has to turn into a scoring touchdown drive.
3rd and a yard. Keeper for Branch. He will have the first down and more. Still on his feet. Pyle is still pushing. Look at the effort across the 40 and out to around the 43-yard line. The Big Uglies plowing the road for the quarterback. It'll move the chains for a Tiger first down.
That's almost about a 12-yard run or so. That's impressive. Uh-oh.
Branch is on the ground.
Oh, man. Goodness gracious.
Starting quarterback for EWC on the ground, and he sits up. That's a good sign as Larry Bell is out to attend to starting quarterback, and more likely give way to Braden Miner, the true freshman from Nampa, Idaho, who started a couple of games this season.
Well, I'm looking for him on the sideline. I don't see Miner down there. I don't see him throwing the ball around. I don't know. Number 5, right?
So Miner's warming up now on the EWC sideline.
Somebody got the message to him late because it's like, hey, come on, somebody pick up a ball. Well, he's got to go out there now, don't they?
I know Edward's out there with. Actually, check that. They're going to move Jaleel Jackson in at quarterback. So Jaleel Jackson, a wide receiver, will be in at quarterback for Edward Waters. The true freshman from Westside High School here in Jacksonville.
I'm going to predict running play here, Josh.
Jackson takes the snap. Keeper for Jackson. Jackson coming over here to the near side, trying to turn the corner, and gets to the 45-yard line. Gets too close to midfield. So Jaleel Jackson making something out of nothing. It's a gain of 2. He pops back up, and he's set to go.
Jaleel Jackson on the carry for Edward.
Could be a bit of a wildcat type of situation here.
2nd down.
Jackson in the gun. Hugie the backside, guard left. They go full wide, trips to the front side, right single near side to the left. Jackson takes the snap. We'll hand it off to Hugie. Hugie up the gut. Avoids the defender. He'll lower the shoulder, get the first down. Leaned his way across the marker. He'll move the chains for a Tiger first down.
And actually, Branch came back in, it looks like. Well, now he's coming back. Okay, so 10, I'm getting confused here with 10 and 18. It looked real similar.
So Branch back in the game at quarterback for Edward Waters. First down is achieved down to the 47-yard line of Tuskegee. Clock runs with 9:20 left to go. Fourth quarter. Tigers down 27-13. Shotgun formation for Branch. Huge backside guard to the left. They go full wide this time. Branch takes the snap. Hand off to Hugie. Hugie makes a move, gets inside the 40-yard line, goes down. At around the 39, actually, they will mark it at the 40.
Hey, they're picking up big chunks of yardage right now. And I love the tempo. The tempo is picked up a little bit. Not quite what I would hope for, but it is a little bit faster.
2nd and 3 out to the 40-yard line. Branch in the gun. Hugie will be the back side guard to the right. 4 receivers set, twin stack to either side of the formation. Golden Tigers rushing 4. Takes the snap. Back to passes. Branch. Branch makes a move. Goes over to the right side. Now Branch will tuck, roll, run. Branch slides. Will have the first down. It look like it. I know they're going to give him. They're going to mark him down at the 41-yard line, 39-yard line.
Are they going to say he's short? Well, because where he started to give himself up. Oh my goodness! And I'm sitting here pointing. I'm like, come tell the backs and receivers, instead of just standing and watching, go downfield, create some space between yourselves and your quarterback. Don't just stand and watch him.
Here's 3rd and yard. Branch under center. Takes the snap. Branch goes over left guard. Branch. It'll depend on the spot. At the 38, looks like he might have enough.
The far line judge had a different. He was coming up into the middle on a different track than the near.
And they will move the chains.
Yeah. It's a great opportunity for a wide receiver screen out of these double stacks.
First down at the 37 for the Tigers of Waters College.
And the gun is Branch. 4 wide. Twin stack outside. Hugie to the backside. Car left will take the snap. Hand off to Hugie up the gut. Hugie hit and runs into a white wall. Gets to the 35, 34-yard line, but ran right into the waiting arms of DeVoris Thomas, the linebacker, 5'10", 195 out of Mobile, Alabama, at Spanish Ford High School.
Yeah, Thomas was just waiting on that one.
It'll be 2nd down and about 4 from the 34.
That's one of those easy tackles.
2nd and 7, excuse me, yeah. Branch in the gun. He'll take the snap, fake the handoff, looking, throwing over the middle. Pass is complete. Quinlan Bisbee is going to have the first down in the Wingstop red zone at the 19-yard line.
Bisbee gets up a little shaky. He definitely got hit right around the pads. Yeah. Just take a knee on that one.
Bisbee took a shot, able to hold on to the ball, makes the reception, and gets the first down. But the true freshman from Jacksonville and Episcopal School of Jacksonville is down at around the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he took a shot right there in the. Hopefully, it was above the knee at the thigh level. It's always a scary hit, But it's the only place you can kind of hit a guy these days. You don't want to go up high. You can't go up high above the shoulders.
Your Edward Waters College Tigers.
Quinlan Bisbee hops off the field. Tries to work out whatever was ailing him. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Quinlan Bisbee running off the field.
Grabbing at his lower extremities.
Good adjective. Good job there, Josh.
In case the FCC is listening. Exactly. Make you want to holler, throw up both your hands right there. First and 10 for Edward Waters in the red zone. At the 19-yard line, Branch will work from the gun. 3 receivers set. Matthew Wilkerson in the game. He'll be the receiver slot to the far side right. He'll take the snap. Hand off to Hugie, coming over to the near side. Has got room.
Come on.
Inside the 10, inside the 5. He takes a shot at around the 3-yard line, but it will be a first down for EWC.
Yeah, I felt that one, boy. You saw number 3, Carl Matthews, do a little shimmy, boy. I felt that. But that was a nice run, though, by Hugie. Goodness. Whew. How about the patience there by Hugie going around? He waited for the blockers, and then he just kind of put it in 3rd gear and going around the corner.
Timeout on the field for an injured Golden Tiger, but he runs off the field. It's Ken Hike Jr.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to talk here.
Hike runs off of the field. Tigers will take up shop 1st and 10 at the 3-yard line.
Yep, play 40-second clock has already started.
First and goal, yeah. The Tigers rush on to the field.
You know, this drive this has taken up a bit of time, but I told you, you only get maybe 2 or 3 of these, and so you got to make this one count, and then you got to come back and ask your defense to get a stop.
And a quick stop at that.
Yes.
First and goal from the 3. Full house backfield with Hugie dotting the I. He'll take the snap, turn, hand, Hugie into the end zone, touchdown. Or check out Malik Stevens into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
Woo. Hey, that was overall, that was a great drive, highlighted by the Rashard Branch. We'd almost call it, what would you call it, Justin? About a 13-yard quarterback sneak?
And you wonder, because normally they bring in T.J. Gunter as the linebacker as that full house running back, but he got injured earlier in that in the second half. So they bring in Malik Stevens. He gets into the end zone. The Tigers down 8 points, pending extra point.
Oh, got a late man running out on the field.
Sevier on for the extra point. Snap, spot, kick, up on the way. It is good. 5:16 left to go, fourth quarter. New ball game. And Waters trailing Tuskegee 27-20. Let's take time out here on the Black College Sports Network.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
The former Miles College Golden Bear gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Malik Stevens with his second rushing touchdown of the season. 5:16 left to go here, fourth quarter. We've got a new ball game, 27-20. As we just talked about a few moments ago, it's imperative now for Edward Waters to get a very quick stop here. Angel Sevier comes on to kick off here for Edward Waters. Sevier ran onto the field without a tee. Come on, kicker. Kick coverage has been a bit of an issue for EWC this evening, so there's ever time to get down there and make a stop. This is it right here. Here is Sevier's kick. It's going to get deep kick. It's side-winding. It'll go over the head. That's a live ball. Yep. He'll take it from the 5-yard line. Gets up to the 10. Gets in and stopped. Nice. Great open field tackle there by Vincent Smith. A sophomore linebacker from Delray Beach of Village Academy makes the stop, and the Golden Tigers will start at the 17.
That was a big that was a big kickoff. The fact that he was able to get that ball to spin and then he got it to drop dead, thankfully gives some credit to the ground crew here at First Coast High School.
Marty Lee, the head coach here at First Coast.
Yeah, anywhere else, look, if that had been field turf or something, that ball easily goes in the end zone or maybe out of bounds, but the beautiful soft grass here.
Here we go. Big set here for EWC defensively. 1st and 10 from the 17 for Tuskegee. They go I formation. They'll take the snap. Hand off to the fullback. Goes over the left side. Gets a gain of about 3-4 yards there on first down.
Now, I don't know the timeout situation. I think Edward Waters has at least 2. Yes, they do have 2.
Injured Golden Tiger. That's Eric Bright Jr. was the ball carrier. He'll run off the field, limping off the field. Got a gain of about 5 yards there on first down.
Ball set at the 21-yard line.
Spot the ball, 2nd and 5 from the 21. 4:46 left to go, fourth quarter. Tigers down 7.
Second down.
And they reach down, or the Tigers of EWC can then reach down and make a quick stop. Maybe even get their hands on the football. I formation. Under center goes Duramis. Takes the snap. Back to pass. It's Duramis. Run comes over here to the near side. Duramis will spin inside. He'll have the first down. Out to the 28-yard line.
I tell you, DeRamus better be careful. I know he's trying to extend the ball with the thought of getting a first down, but all it takes is somebody to knock that ball out of his hand or hit his wrist hard, and that's a fumble. It's a bad spot on the field to give the ball back to Edward Waters.
The ball spotted at the 28-yard line of Tuskegee, approaching under 4 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. A 7-point ball game in favor of the visitors from Alabama. Pistol formation, excuse me. Twin receivers split out far side to the left. Ramos will take the snap, hand off to the back. Hemmed up in the backfield. TJ Gunter gets in there, makes a stop, no gain on the play. You got to think if you're head coach Greg Ruffin, when do you start burning timeouts?
What do we got? 3:30. This is second.
Second and 10.
I think. Oh well. I was just going to say maybe hold on to it, but it looks like he's going to call it.
Coach Ruffin calls a timeout. We'll actually go ahead and do the same. 3:24 left to go here, fourth quarter. Tuskegee 27, Edward Waters 20. We'll take timeout here on the Black College Sports Network.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donald Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports.
Second down and 10 for the Golden Tigers from the 28-yard line of Tuskegee. 3:24 to go fourth quarter in a 7-point ball game.
Second and 10 for Tuskegee.
Pistol formation again for Tuskegee. Looking at a four-man front for Edward Waters. Takes a snap. Ramus looking, throwing far side. Pass is complete. He'll be hit and stopped. Onto the corner, makes the stop. Out to around the 34, 35-yard line. On the reception, I believe that was DeVarance Valcine with the reception.
Down to the corner of the stop on the pass play.
And it's a good thing that the DB did not give too much room. I mean, he still had a cushion, but this time he was able to close, did a great job of not getting beat. And sometimes you always worry about that on that one-on-one island like that where, my goodness, if the receiver had broken down and gotten by him, it would have been lights out.
Third down and about 3 out to the 35-yard line. Pistol formation. Takes the snap. Hand off to the back. He's going to break a tackle. Have the first time more. A flag is thrown. Looks like this one might go against Tuskegee. And there are a couple of players, one for EWC and one for Tuskegee. That's TJ Gunter, who's down on the field for the second time this evening.
Yeah, this might, I don't know, he doesn't look like.
And he is not moving at all. Holding the call against Tuskegee. That's a huge penalty there. It'll cost him 10. There's a timeout on the field for the injured player. And Tristan T.J. Gunter, the leading tackler for Edward Waters, the true freshman from Detroit, Michigan, Harper Woods High School. Has had a whale of a season. His inaugural year in a purple and orange uniform. Oh, it's a big holding call there, Brian. It backs up the Golden Tigers all the way back to the 25-yard line. Third down and about 14.
The penalty was a holding call. Ball back.
Yeah, it's just good to see some movement right now because there was, for about a good 10, 15 seconds, he wasn't moving.
So T.J. Gunter helped off of the field or helped to his feet.
Yeah, he's still a bit woozy.
And he is very, walking very gingerly.
Yeah.
The assistance of both Larry Bell and the great doctors and training staff over at UF Health. Here we go, Brian. Easily the biggest call of the contest here.
Let's give Gunther a
Can the Tigers get off the field here? The Tigers of EWC, critical third down here. Third down and about 14 from the 25-yard line.
Make some noise, Tigers.
Pistol formation, 3 receiver set. Takes a low snap, back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Will tuck in, will run. Now he'll stop, he'll throw. It is tipped complete.
Ooh, wow.
Great job by Derek Nicholson to step in front of the pass, tip it away, and incomplete.
I thought Nicholson I thought he was gone, Josh. I mean, literally, he got his hands on it. I thought he had timed that just right. Because had he caught it, woo, he was going to the house.
Here we go. 2:08 left to go, fourth quarter. Tigers have 1 timeout and down 7 points. Punting unit comes on here for Tuskegee. Here is the snap. Here is the punt. High hanging. Boogie calls for the fair catch. He makes it at the 35-yard line. And here we go. 2 minutes exactly left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Tigers take over with 2 minutes left to go in the ball game.
Tuskegee 27, Edward Waters 20. And this is the third all-time meeting between these two teams. The last time these two teams met was back in 2002 over in the shed in Tuskegee. A 71-0 thrashing in favor of Tuskegee. This certainly a much different ballgame here in Jacksonville. First and 10 for the Tigers at the 36. Pistol formation. Branch takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, throwing over the middle, pass is dropped! Quinlan Bisbee had it in his hands and dropped it.
Pass play to Bisbee, incomplete.
Clock stops with 1:55 left to go here in the fourth. Second and 10 from the 36.
That one will give you nightmares, Josh. Depending upon how this game goes, young Mr. Bisbee might have a few nightmares tonight about that one.
Tiger fans, let's get loose. Tiger fans, let's get loose. Tiger fans of Edward Waters College, let's get loose.
1:55 left. A long discussion here on this play. We don't have the benefit of play clocks. And Branch and the Tigers are just getting set here. Branch will take the snap. Back to pass. Branch stepping up in the pocket. Branch rolling over to the right. Branch will take a shot. Deep for Beeks. It is tipped and incomplete.
But the play by Branch right there really was to just run that. Because the way he's going, that's a 6-yard, 7-yard run at minimum if Branch just pulls that ball down and keeps running. I mean, it was a nice throw. I mean, it was but still, I would have liked to have seen Branch tuck that one and just go.
Brandon Roberts with the pass breakup for the Golden Tigers. Third down and 10 from the 36. 1:47 left to go, fourth quarter. Tigers down 7. Branch in the gun, huge at the backside, Carr to the left. The receivers split out near side to the left. Branch will take the snap. Back to pass, stepping up in the pocket. Branch will take a shot down the seam. It's caught. Matthew Wilkerson with the reception down to the 39-yard line. Matthew Wilkerson moves the chains for a Tiger first down. 1:38 left to go. Fourth quarter clock stops to set the chains.
Hey, let's give some credit to the offensive line for giving Branch some time to make that, because that took about a good 5 seconds to develop. And the fact that he didn't have to scramble says a lot about the protection up front.
129, 128, 127 left to go here, fourth quarter. Job still isn't done yet. Tigers down 7 points, but they are in Golden Tiger territory. Branch in the gun. He'll take the snap. Back to pass is Branch. Branch looking, throwing near side. It is caught!
Oh, wow, what hand.
Great catch by Beeks! And he goes out of bounds to stop the clock.
He Josh, he bobbled that ball in the air and had enough strength in his fingertips to hold on to that. That was a heck of a play.
Gain of 8 on the play, out to the 31-yard line of Tuskegee. 1:03 left to go, fourth quarter, second down and 2. In the gun is Branch.
Single coverage up top.
Takes the snap. Delayed draw. Handoff. Hugie slips. Is going to have the first down out to the 29. And that will stop us at the chains. Coach Ruffin does have one timeout in his pocket with 56 seconds left to go.
Ball up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line. Clock winds now. 48 seconds, 47 seconds left to go here. Branch in the gun. Huge to the backside, Carl right. They go 4 wide. Branch takes the snap. Handoff. Hugie. Avoids the defender. He'll be hit. Stayed on his feet. Got for it. Now flag thrown late. What's this flag here? This is going to be a huge call if it's against Tuskegee.
That might be targeting. With the helmet-to-helmet contact at the end of that play. Just speculating, but
Larry Neal, the referee, talking about this one, and it is a personal foul, face mask penalty against Tuskegee.
Yeah, I knew it had to be. I saw Hugie's head kind of make a motion there towards the end. I could tell whether it was going to be some sort of face mask or an actual targeting type
It's
hit.
a half the distance to the goal penalty.
Wow.
Moves the ball. Now the Tigers will scrimmage first and 10 at the Tuskegee 11-yard line. 25 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. Tigers down 27-20. The question is now with that penalty, do you put some time back on the clock? I don't think they will. Nevertheless, it's first and 10.
Is it at the 10? So it's first and goal, it looks like.
Now it's first and 10. The ball's at the 11.
Really? Okay.
Still some discussion. Check to make sure the clock is correct. They're going to put more time on there. 26 seconds.
I don't understand why the referee. Somebody's got to have a walkie-talkie down there, right? And see, yeah, the band needs to realize the offense is on the field. Bring the volume down.
First and 10 at the 11. Branch in the gun. Huge to the backside. Carl left. They go 4 wide. They'll take the snap. Back to pass. Branch looking, throwing. Far side for Wilkerson. Makes the catch! Did he get it? Touchdown Tigers!
Mossed him.
Matthew Wilkerson with the reception.
Now the question
and flags are thrown.
Oh my
Wilkerson
goodness.
took his helmet off.
Oh man. Well, I was just about to ask you, Josh, do you go for 2 or do you go for 1? And now I think you kick it and go for 1.
Touchdown for Edward Waters College.
Matthew Wilkerson with the touchdown reception, but he took his helmet off. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty will be called against the EWC. Talked a few moments ago about poise and control. In that situation, you gotta have it there. Now, they're gonna take it on the kickoff.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? That's a smart move by Tuskegee because regardless of what happens, whether you go for the tie or you go for 2, I'd say you go for 2. Look, I mean, the season is what it is thus far. Now, if you got to get the band to kind of be quiet here, so that way we can listen and hear everybody. But I say go for 2. Why not?
So Larry Neal is coming over to speak with head coach Greg Ruffin about the situation.
You tell me, Josh. What seems to make the best sense for you if you were in Coach Ruffin's shoes right now?
Honestly, if it was me, I would go for 2. I honestly would go for 2. You have nothing to lose. It's been a 1-7 season. This would be a linchpin victory for EWC if you were able to get it.
In your first season of playing SIAC opponents, to get a win against Tuskegee, who is 1 win away from their 300th SIAC victory? Yeah, I say you go for 2.
But nevertheless, Angel Sevier will come on for this extra point. They're actually going to take the penalty on the extra point.
And see, now that also that's another reason why now you probably have to go for the field goal versus it makes a big difference, because if that ball is, at the 2.5-yard mark?
It's basically a 35-yard field goal. He connected earlier from 44. But this to tie the ball game here. Snap, placement, kick is up on the way. It is no good.
Wow. Oh, but there's a flag.
There is a flag.
It's going to be a roughing. Yeah, it's going to be a roughing the kicker. So now let's see. Now you go for 2. If they put that ball back where it originally would have been, half the distance. Oh, the drama, Josh.
The tension palpable here. Long discussion.
All right, here we go.
They're going to call running it into the kicker. So the 5-yard penalty. So the 5-yard running into the kicker penalty moves it up 5 yards.
I see Branch back on the field.
Branch and the offense is back on the field.
Yeah, I like this decision here.
Yeah, so they're going to scrimmage this ball at the 13-yard line. Or check that. Nope. Branch is holding, so they're going to attempt the extra point.
Yeah. I'd make sure what points. He missed the extra point.
Snap, placement, kick. It's up. It's on the way, and he missed it again.
Oh my goodness! It's still, and it went left the same way. Oh my goodness!
That's thrown.
Well, the question is, with the excessive pin, that's going to come on the
kickoff.
Kickoff
after the play.
Oh my goodness! Young Mr. Savier, that's got to be tough. You get a second opportunity from about 10 yards closer, and he still hooked it left. This game can be brutal at times, and it can be a joy other moments.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Tuskegee.
Well,
the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. 20 seconds left to go here in this fourth quarter. It's a 1-point ball game. And again, you go back to Matthew Wilkerson taking off his helmet on the touchdown reception.
Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Well, now if that's an entire team penalty, then anyone who had a previous unsportsmanlike, that player is gone. And obviously it affects him for the game next week.
So the last hope right now for Edward Waters is to see if they can get their hands on this onside kick.
You talk about this is a play that has sort of faded away from football given some of the rule changes. I mean, it's hard to even execute these.
Sevier will tee this up at the 50-yard line after the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against Tuskegee. Last gasp here for Edward Waters. Here's the kick. It's high. It'll be easily taken at the 32-yard line. And Tuskegee can just take a knee and drive back to Alabama with a 1-point victory.
And the other problem with that is, how often are you practicing those, given some of the rule changes? You know, it's so hard to execute those. Oh, man.
Head coach Greg Ruffin gets a high five and an embrace from EWC President Dr. Ray Zachary Faison Jr. Proud of the effort, but the effort for this young football team will come up 1 point short. Ramus goes under center. He'll take a knee, and it's academic from here. Great effort from the guys in orange tonight, but it comes up 1 point short. Final score here from Jacksonville. Tuskegee 27, Edward Waters 26. Brian, found some final thoughts about this contest here tonight. Just a heartbreaker here for Edward Waters.
Yeah, a definite heartbreaker. But I think overall, you have to be proud of the effort on both sides of the ball. I thought offense and defense did a great job. The defense did a great job, I thought, in the tough situations early in the first half. When they needed to get a stop, they got to stop in the fourth quarter to give the offense an opportunity. And then for the offense, I thought Rashard Branch, this might have been his best game all year. And obviously, I haven't seen the games on the road, Josh, but from the games I've seen here at home,
absolutely,
this might be his best game. I mean, he was complete. He had a couple of moments, but still, overall, a great job. And, just to be able to battle back. First off, Tuskegee now hadn't given up more than 10 to any opponent the last 3 weeks. To be able to put, 26 points on the board, you were down 27-13, and unlike, what was it the game against, remember Miles? Third quarter, you started to make a comeback, and then it kind of just crumbled in your hands. This time, they made a comeback and had it right here in front of them. And so, tough loss, but a great game. Glad I was able to be a part of it.
I'll say this, Brian, and call me a homer or whatever it is that you may have it, but for as many young guys as Edward Waters has on this ball club and the schedule that they played this year, there is zero doubt in my mind that this EWC football team, with some more, with going out and recruiting and with all the positive things that are getting ready to happen here for this ball club, there's zero doubt in my mind that this ball club can compete in the SIAC without question.
Without question. I mean, this is all part of the learning curve, and I think that's the message that the coaches. I mean, look, think about. I mean, you can take moments not only in Central State, not only in Miles. Last week against Morehouse, Kentucky State, this game, I mean, you're in these, but it's not like anybody has literally beat you down from start to finish. You've had some moments, but you've been in these games, and part of that growth is when you have those opportunities to take the lead, you got to take them. You have an opportunity to put your throat on somebody, you got to keep it there, and that's what these guys are learning.
Yeah, so Edward Waters falls to 1-8 on the year with the defeat. Tuskegee improves, however, to 5-4. They go north of 500 this year with the victory here tonight. That'll do it for our broadcast here this evening here on the Black College Sports Network. Thanks to everyone for listening and for watching tonight's broadcast. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. The unfortunate outcome here from Jacksonville. Tuskegee 27, Edward Waters 26. We'll talk to you again next week, the final home contest of the season, as the Tigers of Edward Waters College welcome in at the SIAC East leading Tigers of Savannah State University. Kickoff will be at 3 o'clock p.m., and we will be back next week for another broadcast of Tigers football here on the Black College Sports Network. So for Brian Full,